Well, of course I'm muted. That's what I do at the beginning of streams. That's just how I roll. I like to have a cold take before my hot take. So hello, everyone, and welcome to the party. This is our 36-hour Trans Lifeline charity stream, and we are 28 hours into it, which means we have 2 games left. That's 8 hours of gaming. We have already raised over $2,000 for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is an amazing trans-led charity that provides micro grants to folks going through transition and a crisis line that is peer staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. The reason that we went with this charity first is because Welcome to the Party is a community based on inclusion, equity, and education, and we are by the main either allies or members of the LGBT community. And so we wanted to spend our energy on something that was near and dear to us, where we also knew exactly where the money was going. We knew it was going to make a difference in people's lives, and we knew it was going to go both towards mental health, visibility, and just the general process that can be incredibly arduous of going through transition. And so we're really happy to be supporting Trans Lifeline. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, because I haven't actually done it in an intro for a little while. Devin Rue, Tabletop Loot, Shanalogic's 8-Bit Forge, Rook and Raven, So Nerdware Games, and of course, as you know, Critical Role, who is giving us a signed Dwendalian Empire map signed by the cast of Critical Role to auction off during our last game. We are incredibly excited to be running this charity and raising this money for Trans Lifeline. And on that note, I'm going to draw the winners from the from the Be Right Back time between the 2 games, which I haven't figured out a good name for yet. You'd think after 7 games I would have figured it out. But first, we will draw the winner of the So Nerdware t-shirt. And it is... It's not telling me. Oh, there we go. By Sonic, you know Maddie. He is in our Discord, so I'm going to mark you down as having got it. And I will make sure to get you 2 hooked up in chat. And for the $25 gift certificate to Devin Rue's Amazing Rue Inc., we have Judo... No. Oh, Judo Killer, you're here? Judo, I didn't even know you were here. What's up? You just won $25 to Devin Rue's Rue Inc. It's good to see you got it. I'm really happy. So, with that, Judo, give me your email address. Can you just Discord DM me your email address, and I'll get that to Devin, and we'll get you a $25 gift certificate to Rue Inc. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to the team and let them start playing. Thank you, everyone.
Oh gosh, it's me now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Fearless leader.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Science Weasels. You can find me on Twitter at Science Weasels. You can also find me on the Welcome to the Party Discord, doing things like not answering my DMs or forgetting to set up things. So anyway, today we are playing D&D 5th edition. And it is an adventure path that is actually edited by a good friend of mine. So shout out to Richard Moore if you're watching. We'll be playing Rescue from Tiercaven. It is a John Brazier Enterprises thing. And I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it. So let's go ahead and introduce the folks, some of whom I am meeting just now for the very first time. And so apologies if I mess up your name. So let's start with the people I know. Let's start with Lauren.
Hi.
Can you tell us how to find you and what your preferred pronouns are?
Okay, so my preferred pronouns are she and her. You can find me on Twitter at Sithwitch. You can find all of my professional stuff at my website, lwsalinas.com. I am a former mad scientist turned voice actress and audiobook narrator. And I do a lot of podcasts, and I have been role-playing since college. I started with Rifts, so everything is kind of easy mode now, and I dearly love it. I wish I had been doing this a lot earlier, but all of the nerds that I hung out with were like different kinds of nerds who didn't play D&D somehow. And so I'm very glad to have come upon people who actually do this, because this is like everything. I love it so much.
All right.
Yeah.
And can you tell us who you'll be playing today?
Today I am playing essentially my cat. If you follow me on any form of social media, you will see me posting a little orange cat. And the cat's name is Pike Trickleg. And this cat that I am playing, it's a tabaxi, and his name is Noodle, and he is a rogue.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's move on to Michi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Michi. You can find me on Twitter at Michisaurus. I mostly play on Welcome to the Party every second and fourth Thursday, not Tuesday. Every second and fourth Thursday in the Pokemon game. And I'm currently also part of the Ruby the Vampire Slayer game on Wednesday nights.
Cool. All right. And who are you playing for us today?
I am playing Zev Stoutbell, who is a very fine gentleman. He is a bard, so he claims. And it should be interesting.
All right. Excellent. So let's bounce over to the Bardic Knock.
Ooh, hey, hello.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Introductions are things people say when you are first meeting them. So I will continue this tradition and do that thing. Hi, I am the Bardic Knock. I just am that, apparently. You can find me on Twitter at the Bardic Knock, on Twitch at the Bardic Knock, on Patreon at the Bardic Knock, where I attempt to sell my skills, which is apparently very little, but sometimes people like it. So hey, be kind if you wanted to be. If not, just laugh at the British person. You know, it's acceptable over here. And on YouTube, which I don't do enough of. You know, I am he, him, in case the beard wasn't a clear giveaway on that one. But yeah, just to clarify. And I am going to be playing Ernst Stoutbell, the sister of our lovely bard. So half-orc paladin. Yeah. And Ernst, she's actually just a really excitable, like, kind woman, and you know, she's just so kind and motherly. You know, so if there's ever a wee problem, you know, she'll try and sit everybody down to just have a nice wee chat about it. But if someone's being naughty, they're gonna have a timeout, and that's properly. Do you hear me?
All right.
One thing I quickly forgot to do as well, I also DM things on Welcome to the Party. That's the thing I actually do most of the time, which is I DM the Pokemon game on second and fourth Thursdays every month, and I DM a 3.5 game every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, I completely understand. I am so psyched to be here, so psyched to be running this. Let's keep going with Teddy. Are you ready?
Yes. Hi, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me, well, I usually go by Nerdy Teddy Bear, but Nerdy Teddy on Twitch. Nerdy Teddy Bear on Twitch. In the Pokemon game on Thursdays, as well as the game that alternates with that, Shadowrun New Atlantis. I've been GMing here on Wednesdays for a while. Currently, we're doing a little mini series of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG. If you guys really like Michi, you should check it out. She's our wonderful Slayer, Ruby. And by the way, Nori, I apologize for turning 8.
I have a feeling that there will be a season 2 and it'll be fun and it'll be lots of family drama and I'll be really excited. All right. And who are you playing today?
I'm playing Drusilla, Moon Elf, Wizard, Blade Singer, and she is an inheritor. She has inherited a mark from her family, and she's been wandering around trying to live up to it.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Excellent.
Hey there, I'm Hans. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are so glad you were here.
Yeah, shall I run it down? If you guys want to find me, I'm on Twitter at HansCTweets. If you don't, that's okay. Follow Welcome to the Party instead. That's pretty much it. I'm playing Sapphire, who is a Earth Genasi monk, and they're just here to make sure everybody has a good time and feels loved and beautiful.
Okay, beautiful. I love it. I'm really excited to see how this party absolutely demolishes my cleverly laid plans. So with that, unless anybody has anything else, any other shout outs or anything like that, we will get ready and we will start playing. Anybody? Give me a thumbs up.
If I was smarter, I'd have a very humorous thing to say right now, but I don't. So I'm just going to pretend that my mum's watching.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so like I said before, this is Rescue from Tierhaven. This is a second level adventure. So hopefully everybody brought me a second level character. If not, this will be either easier or harder than I imagined. So basically, you are a group of adventurers that have been traveling together for a while. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you are walking along a road. It's getting kind of into the evening, and you're starting to look for a place to stay. You have been roughing it. You have been camping, and you're just really hoping that maybe you'll find a village or a barn or something where you can maybe sleep a little bit better tonight. And luckily, you come across a sign that says Rivercrest, 1 mile ahead. So, do you continue on to Rivercrest?
How is everybody feeling? Do you think we could make it that last mile?
I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. You're all good? I'm good.
I've been waiting for this for a while. Let's just keep it moving.
Okay.
I can agree to all of that. As you know, just 1 wee mile. We can go, everybody. Come on, it'll be good for our legs.
Don't see any point in staying in the woods when we only got a mile to go.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so traveling along the road, you come across a sleepy little town whose sign says Rivercrest. And there's a stone wall surrounding the town, but it only comes up to about head height on a halfling. You notice that the wall has, some cracks in it with some fresh mortar pasted in. And by the side of the road is a huge building that is covered in old scorch marks. And that is kind of where the first break in the wall is. So you have to actually pass by that to get into the town. The building just across the street is the Dusty Roads Inn and Tavern. And it looks to be beds with both halfling size and human size, as the sign proclaims, with like different sizes. Okay. There is another building a little further down the street called the Shodden Shoe Stables, and it also has burn marks on it. And that building has actually been replaced very recently. The lumber is so new, it hasn't been properly sanded yet. So that is what you see as you walk into Rivercrest. Where do you go?
Okay, do you guys think if I got like a bunch of the halfling beds and I squeezed them together, would that cost like a normal bed size, or do you think they would charge us more? Like, I'm just curious. I just want to know.
Noodle dear, I think you might be misreading the sign a wee bit there. I assume that the beds cost the same. It's just one's for wee people and one's for not so wee people.
But the human. But the halfling beds are fun. They're just, you squeeze them all together, and
I'm sure if we ask kindly they'll sort us out something. I mean, I don't want to be speaking for everybody, but I think the inn's probably a good starting place, and perhaps we should find out why there's all these scorch marks. It doesn't quite seem very nice if there's naughty wee people running around setting things ablaze. It seems naughty.
I agree. We should look into it.
So as you guys are standing around kind of debating whether or not to go into the inn, a halfling woman steps out of the inn's door with a bucket of water to kind of toss off to the side. And she notices you and she says, "Well met!
Hi.
Are you adventurers?"
Yes,
I
we
mean-
are.
Yeah, we're totally adventurous.
Totally adventurers. Oh, perfect. What a blessing. If you are looking for work, the person you need to see is Lila Proudbarrel.
I was looking for dinner.
Dinner, of course, I can happily oblige. Would your companions be staying as well?
I mean, yeah, I don't go anywhere without them. You guys want dinner too? Guys, dinner?
I could go
Sorry,
for
I've
some
not
food.
been listening to a word that's been said. You're just the most adorable wee little girlie, ain't you?
Yeah. Look. I can put my arm down and it doesn't like reach your head yet. Look, I used to be your height and then I got real tall.
Actually, my dear friends, that is a little bit sizist and offensive.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry. I was just saying you're very adorable. It's nothing to do with because you're small. You just so happen to be small and adorable. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Ernst.
Bridget Erikson. And she does actually shake your hand. She reaches up a little bit to shake it.
Well, happily extend because as far as I'm aware, it's rude to crouch and do it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So she will guide you into the inn, and she will make sure that you have food and anything else that you need. Yeah, what do you guys do once you get into the inn?
How
First, I was-
crowded is it?
It's actually not very crowded. This town is more kind of a waypoint for people. It's not necessarily like a bustling center of commerce. So you can see kind of like one other, maybe caravan's worth of people, but that's about it.
I'm gonna look at the other people here. Do they look like they're kind of from around here, or are they like us, kind of looking like they're out of place passing through?
They look like they're from here. They are a mix of halflings, dwarves, and humans. And a lot of them, they don't seem to have like packs and backpacks and like stuff with them. So you think that maybe they're locals just here kind of enjoying it. Like local caravan drivers. But yeah, they seem very at home here.
Okay. Well, getting a vague feeling for the place. What was the name of the halfling? Well, I don't know about halfling. That's me assuming. Sorry. What was the name of the person we were supposed to maybe find for
Lila Proudbarrel.
Lila I'll write that down in a moment so I don't forget again. Well, kind of looking around and then to her companions answered, yes. Do you think we should maybe get a a good night's sleep and then perhaps look for work in the morning? Or do we have enough funds to get a room for the night?
I could always provide entertainment.
That could work. Do you reckon they do something in lieu? So we do some service and we get a place to sleep in return. That'd be very kind of them.
I can like find something they lost.
Noodle, you don't be taking what don't belong to you now, do you?
I'm gonna give it back. I'll give it back.
Stealing and then using that to pay for something is not returning it.
But I'm
You're
giving
actually
it back.
going to ruin the entire economic system by doing that. Because if you pilfer someone else's and then use that to buy a service from them, then they have made zero profit. And that's very inconsiderate of you.
But we're getting something.
Can get the thing we're looking for without stealing.
I'm just saying.
And that gets the local guard after us a lot less.
Now that you're looking around a little bit more, there is actually a constable kind of sitting at the bar, nursing a halfling-sized goblet of ale. And he's human, just, drinking on the job is frowned upon, so he, goes for the little one.
Does he look particularly competent at his job?
He looks not necessarily competent, but at least confident.
Perhaps we should at least find a place to sit before we decide what we do for the night.
We probably look awful strange just standing in a room in a wee circle, not doing much.
Yeah, Bridget's now back behind the bar and she's like washing a glass, and she's been washing the glass the entire time you've been standing there, just kind of waiting to see what you're going to do.
Is there a little exclamation point above her head?
Yes.
Oh, I think we've got a quest over there.
Congratulations, you solved the adventure. You win.
Okay. Well, unless anybody else wants to go and converse with her, I suggest we go and find an open table. Is there what is the table situation? Is it just like big long tables where it's communal, or is there like small individual so people sit in a little group?
There's circular tables that seat about 5 to 6 people each. Some of them are halfling sized. Some of them are dwarven sized, and some of them are humanoid sized.
I kind of want to go sit at the halfling tables.
The chairs do look very sturdy.
Well, Arns will reach into her pouch and say, how does everybody feel about a wee drink? If you all go take a seat, I'll go get around.
That sounds
Sure.
fine. Sapphire takes Noodle by the shoulders and gently points her in the direction of him in the direction of the table and starts walking in that direction.
Does anybody have a preference of drink? Ale, mead, wine?
Mead.
Wine, please.
Mead, wine.
Anything's fine.
Jaeger bomb.
Oh God, college memories.
Sorry, it's my aim to break the fourth wall as much as possible.
Okay. So do you head over to Bridget?
Yes, I do, with my hand in my little money purse. In fact, lift it out and open it, kind of like a very cliched elderly woman, rifling through change. Want to be very precise with how I pay for things.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Zev is going to just kind of quietly follow behind her, because otherwise she's going to get in some kind of trouble.
Not my fault.
Um,
I'm not very capable in social situations.
so Bridget watches you approach, and she sits down, and she sets the glass that she has been polishing for like the last 5 minutes down on the counter, and she says, "Oh, well, what will you have?"
Well, would like one mead for Noodle, a wine for my lovely elf friend. Sapphire doesn't care, so anything for her really. Zev, what would you like?
I'll take an ale.
And 2 ales, please.
Okay. 2 ales, 2 wines, and a mead coming right up. We have a lovely vintage of wine this year. It's Lila Proud Barrel's finest, casked right here in town, aged, and we just tapped it yesterday, so you're in luck. So she'll go and she'll fill up a couple of glasses with this nice full-bodied red wine, and you can smell it. It smells just absolutely wonderful. It's earthy, and it's got like that tanniny nose to it. So she'll do that. Then
Everyone will stop and be like, actually, I'll take a glass of that wine instead. That seems delightful.
Oh, and Bridget beams, and she gets another glass of wine, and she is so excited, and she goes and she gets another wine, and she hands it to you, and she says, "Here you go."
Why, thank you, darling.
And she definitely smiles, because you are probably one of the only people that has not made a size joke so far. So, so she gets the rest of the drink order together, and she puts them all on a tray for you and hands the tray over.
Dev will take the tray.
Fair enough. All right. So you get back to the table without incident. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Not yet. There will be plenty of time for rolling. We're just still in the beginning. Lull you into a false sense of security, and then everything goes to hell in a handbasket or in a cart, as this is caravan territory. All right. So you guys sit down at the table and are enjoying the drinks. Is there anything you talk about?
Arns would probably bring up the scorched buildings and try and just logic out, like, okay, so assuming there has been some kind of fire, natural, arsonist, whatever it is, they're either going to be wanting people to go and find the people who did it, people to help repair stuff, people to set up an impromptu volunteer fire department, things like that, I'm guessing. And Arns would very much would like to put forward the idea, like, I would like to help these people. They're giving us somewhere to stay. They've given us nice wine. I mean, we paid for it, but they gave it to us. They made it. They deserve help.
They don't give it if we pay for it. That's paying.
But they still went through all the effort of making it for us, and that's really kind of them.
What if it was just like a grease fire from a kitchen? I've seen that happen.
Well, then we'll teach them how not to have a grease fire in the kitchen, darling.
You throw dirt on it. I've seen it.
Yeah, but you gotta prevent it from the start.
I thought you used water for fires.
Not grease fires.
No, grease. If you throw water on the grease fire, it just gets bigger. I tried that once, and they yelled at me, and I kind of burned all the fur off my tail, and it was bad.
Oof. Okay. So as you guys are kind of chatting and talking about the wine and whether or not it is buying or gifting, the door opens just kind of a fraction of the way, and then a little further, and a small child walks in, and he is covered in dirt and a couple of bruises, and he looks like he's been crying.
Aunt gets up and runs the heck over to that crying small child.
And the small child looks up at you and starts crying even harder.
Oh no, my wee bit boy,
Noodle looks
girl,
suspicious.
not specifically gendered. What is this child?
This child is a boy.
Oh, my wee baby boy, don't cry, here. And Aunt will like reach as if about to pick him up and go, no, I learned this before. Don't touch people without their consent. People get funny about that. Can I get anything for you, my darling little boy?
He goes, I want my mama. And by now, kind of all conversation in the inn has stopped, and Bridget has kind of come over to you, and she says, oh, that's Rurik. That's Amber's boy. They were supposed to be gone in a caravan.
Sapphire walks over in that direction.
I will also walk over in that direction.
Okay. So Rurik is kind of latched onto the first familiar face that he sees, and he is hiding his face in Bridget's skirts. He's about her height because he's a dwarf child. He's about 9-ish. So maybe a little bit smaller than Bridget. And she kind of wraps her arms around him and is just like, well, tell us what happened. And he's wrecked. He can't say anything. So Bridget turns to you guys and say, that's one of Lila's caravans that he would have been on. Something must have happened.
We've clearly got to do something.
And where do we find this Lila?
Lila is just in the house at the edge of town. You can't miss it.
I think this needs our immediate attention. Perhaps we should go now.
I want to lean down to the boy.
Okay.
And so Noodle is still basically a teenager, still kind of has like a kind of kitten looking face for a tabaxi, still kind of like big gangly, but still has that kind of kitten face. So he's gonna lean over, try to crouch down, make himself look smaller. Hey, you with me?
Kitty.
Yeah, big kitty. You wanna? You're big and strong because you got away, right?
Mom told me to run.
Yeah, and you did. You ran away all big and fast, and you did a good job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job. Did a great job running away.
But Mom, the things, they still have my mom.
Yeah, but she wanted you to get away. So you listened to her and you got away and you took care of yourself. And that was what you had to do. Okay? You lived and you did good.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're strong. Okay? You're strong.
Okay.
Okay? Now give me a grr.
Grr.
Show your teeth. Grr.
Grr.
Good job, kid. Good job. And Noodle's gonna kind of tap him on the shoulder a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're gonna book it and find where this Lila person is, right?
That's what I gathered.
As one final thing, Arnst is gonna not gonna crouch down to the boy and because Answer's big and half orky, that'd be scary. But as she reaches the door, she'll look over and she'll go, "Now then, my wee baby boy, don't worry. If anything's happened to your mother, we'll fix it. But because no matter if anything has happened, she was a brave and powerful, beautiful woman.
Very relaxed.
But if anything has happened, I'll be your new mother. Would you like that?" You could have just said no. No need to hurt my feelings. With that, I'll walk out.
Okay.
Real quick, as everybody else is going out, Sapphire takes out a gold coin, gives it to Bridget, and says, "You'll make sure this child gets a bath and gets some place to stay until their mom is back, yes?"
Yes, of course. No need for payment.
All right,
We
that's
take
fine.
care of our own. Okay. So as you guys go out of the inn, you can see that there's this is kind of like a one-horse town. So there's like one big road that leads down to almost like a manor house, actually, at the edge of town. And that is the direction that Bridget told you to go. And as you guys get closer, it says Proud Barrel Manor in like wrought iron across the gate.
All the other houses in town, are they like semi-decent, or are they like huts and then this person's needlessly wealthy?
Oh no, they're actually very decent. Like you can tell if you had I play so many different systems. I was like, oh, if you just spend an architecture roll, don't do that. That's Call of Cthulhu. You can tell that these are actually like really well built houses, and everybody seems to be well taken care of. Like there's not just like people on the streets. There's not hovels with like mud patios. Like they're nice houses.
I just wanted to check.
Yes. It looks like this Proud Barrel person really does believe in investing in the community.
Good.
I rather like this town.
Kind of seems too good to be true.
No,
Probably is, but
you
for
not
now.
think you're just being a wee bit like suspicious? Perhaps everything here is just really nice and beautiful.
I mean, stuff burned down, so it's not really that beautiful.
Shh! Don't ruin my fantasies.
Zeb is just gonna pat her on the shoulder.
Did you say the gate was like closed, or can we just?
It's open a little bit, and there's also like a bell next to it with a very long rope, so like it reaches down to where like the like a halfling sized person would be.
Okay. If no one else beats her to it, Ans would get the bell and ring it very lightly. Wait maybe 5 seconds, and then ring it as loud as she could.
All right.
Reach out and just put a hand on hers just to stop it.
Okay. All right. Nothing happens for a good like 10 seconds, and then you see this old like hunchbacked human man kind of limp his way towards you, and he actually has a fairly nice wooden prosthetic from the knee down on his right leg. And so that's kind of the source of his limp, and he gets to you and he opens the gate and he says, "Ah, you must be an adventuring party."
Why does everyone always assume that when they see us? Is it because we're like, I don't know, do we just Do we have like a smell?
We're very well armed. That's usually a good sign that you're an adventuring party.
Noodle, I didn't want to tell you because you're my very good friend, but we do have a smell, a smell of adventure. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Lila. I'm Ernst.
Oh, I'm Trevor.
That makes a lot more sense.
Trevor Gibson. But please let me take you to Lila. And he leads the way, kind of walking as fast as he can, because he doesn't look like he's been having the best of days. And when
Does he look like he is struggling to move?
No, it's just he's got a very noticeable limp because of the wooden leg.
Okay.
Yeah. So he escorts you in through the front doors of the manor house, which has like a big door and then a smaller halfling door kind of built into it, so you could open either one or the big one. And basically everything in this house has been made accessible for both sizes.
I really want to open the halfling door for Noodle, like it's a little cat flap.
I can squeeze through it. I can fit.
I think this is why I don't get let to play very often and just get told to DM.
You can definitely open the halfling door if you want.
No, I'll be respectful.
Okay.
Just as an aside, I'm short in real life, so this is like my dream house.
So Lila is sitting in the dining room and stands up to greet you. They're a halfling, and they are wearing like a really rich smoking jacket and a floor-length velvet dress. And they say, I am so glad Bridget sent you.
Well, it was more a wee child than Bridget, but you could say that.
And Lila, their eyes light up. And I was like, oh, thank goodness you found Rurik.
Did you know about the scared wee boy?
Well, yesterday, one of my caravans left here on its way to Bright Meadow with some of my wine. And Amber Steelax and her son Rurik were there. They never made it to Bright Meadow, which is just the next town over, if you guys consult your map. They should have been back, but they did not. And they did not return. So we sent out a party to look for them. And all that we found was a dead donkey on the side of the road.
Have you been having a lot of these troubles?
Over the past few months, a few caravans have gone missing. Usually without a trace. No broken wagons, no bodies, no anything. So we have been sending them with more guards, but it hasn't, it moved, we thought it had stopped until yesterday.
Do you reckon it maybe has anything to do with the scorched buildings we've seen as we came into town as well? Or are these totally separate, unrelated incidents and tragedies?
Oh, that's just when the goblins come raiding.
And there is no way you think it could be the goblins attacking?
The goblins we have in this part of the countryside are not very smart. When they attack a caravan, they leave injured, they leave broken wagons, they leave evidence. This doesn't look like their handiwork in that we don't have anything to see.
Oh, so what you're telling me is there's a bunch of wee people out there who need some disciplining. They need a mother.
I don't think you can adopt goblins. I mean,
Nobody asked you, Noodles.
Lila gets a very strange look on their face, and they're like, I guess that is an odd way of looking at it, but if that's what it takes to maybe see if any of my people are still alive, then sure, yes.
I mean, obviously, caravans and finding Rurik's mammy is priority 1, but adopting goblin children is pretty close up there. So,
right.
Is there a vague direction you can be pointing us? Or,
so, will you guys go forth and try and rescue my people?
Oh, aye, of course.
What do we
well,
get?
I will
What do we
reward
get?
you most handsomely, small cat friend.
I mean, yeah. I like that.
So Lila gets an account book and does like some very quick math using an abacus, and says, for each of my people that you bring back alive, I will give you 100 silver pieces. For each cask of wine you bring back that is untapped, I will give you 50 gold pieces or silver pieces. This is our busiest time of year, and I can't afford to lose employees or stock.
Do the goblins like the wine as well?
I don't think anybody has stopped to ask them.
I mean, you guys said it was good wine, right? So I bet they probably do. I drank the mead. I like mead.
The goblin's old enough to be drinking.
I mean,
think
I
they
can
need to
drink.
be-
I bet the goblins can drink too. Everyone can drink. You just need like a mouth.
I was meaning drinking alcohol because it's not.
Yeah,
right
you
to
just
do
need a
that
mouth.
at a certain age.
Aunt, you're the one that bought her the maid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Okay.
It's okay. Noodle gets quiet when he drinks.
That's amazing. Okay. And then Lila says, were you able to talk to Rurik?
He was really scared, and he said his mom said to run.
Okay. Well, and Lila turns around to a table that is full of maps and pulls one over, and it says, okay, well, here's the route. Here's the trading caravan route from here to Bright Meadow. It goes through the forest here, and then right here, and they mark it on the map, is where we found the dead donkey. And it's like kind of towards the far edge of the forest.
Okay. How long does that look like it would take us on foot?
It's probably about an hour's walk.
I know we've been walking all day to get here and we've not had a proper... This is important. Does everybody think they can muster up some strength and energy to get that wee little walk? I saw there was a stable if people are feeling are you tired? You could maybe look at renting a horse.
It's either go after these people or leave this town facing this threat.
Oh no, we're going after these people. That's not a question. Well, I am. I can't force all of you to do everything I say. That's.
Well, if you are, I am. Also, I feel bad about that kid. He's really scared.
I don't think we should wait. These people need our help, and if we wait too long, we may be too late.
So, do we all think we've got enough energy in us to walk a good solid hour?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So Lila offers to equip you with anything that you may need. Like torches or provisions or anything like that. So yeah, if there's anything you guys think of that you would like, Lila can most likely provide it.
I can't think of any actual things because in my mind I'm going a +3 holy great sword, but no.
No, Lila does not have one of those lying around. She does. They do give each of you a torch because the evening is kind of pressing on, and gives you kind of 3 days of rations. So food and water for 3 days for everyone.
Okay.
And then if there's anything, unless there's anything else.
We should be ready.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
All
do it.
right. That's my transition music. So yeah, you guys walk out of town. You find the caravan road fairly easily. It's very well traveled. There is a sign that says "To Bright Meadow," so you know you're headed in the right direction. And you do have the map with you that has marked with an X where the dead donkey was found. Yeah, you guys keep walking.
Do you want us in a marching order or anything about it? Just go, now we walk.
No, you can just promenade if you'd like. I will let you know when it becomes important.
I would like to skip.
Okay. That's fine.
It gets you there quicker.
And as you guys kind of cross out of the, right before you're about to cross the border wall onto the caravan road, this old man who just reeks of ale kind of staggers up to you and says, "Going into the forest, are you? Have a care. Things far worse than gobbies live there. Things that look like men but are not men."
Like
women?
Or like dwarves or halflings
They
or
go where the light does not shine.
like underground.
And then he turns not to you, but to someone on his right. There isn't really anyone on his right. And so he goes, No, I told them. No, you're silly.
Noodle's gonna kind of try and scuttle around and look just to make sure he's not missing anything.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
Is it possible to do an insight check to see if this person is just rambling inanely or...
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Ooh.
First roll of the game! Woo!
Please don't. Ah, holy poo. I was expecting a nat 1. But no, that's a 19.
That is a 19. Beautiful. So you can tell that this gentleman has obviously lived a very rough life, but he believes he's telling the truth.
Before we walk on, Aunt will she'll open her arms, but then go, "Do you mind if I give you a wee hug?"
He looks over to his unseen companion on the right and goes in for a hug.
And Aunt will give him a really big, comforting hug and whisper into his ear, "Everything's going to be okay. You're going to be okay." And pat him on the back softly.
Okay.
And Noodle's going to go, "Do you mind if I give you a big hug?"
And
Noodle,
the
what are you doing?
the man kind of consults for a second with the person on his right, and then kind of shrugs again and opens his arms.
I want to pick his pockets.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me some bones.
Okay, sleight of hand, I guess. What is that?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
fine.
Can I roll perception to see this happen?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, it's been a while. What is it? Remind me. I haven't. I've been playing. Right now, I'm playing a Shadowrun game, so my mind is different.
Gotcha.
dice.
Let me pull up the character sheet and figure that out.
I would assume sleight of hand.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
it's sleight of hand.
So, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to roll dice on
shit.
roll 20.
Okay,
I'm
you can actually
very
just
sorry.
click sleight of hand on your character sheet.
Okay, I'm very sorry. Bear with me. Oh, there we go.
With Zev's nat 1, I don't think he's seeing much, is he?
Sorry, Zev. And with a 13, you are allowed to pick the drunk's pocket. Congratulations. You
Okay.
get a dead beetle and a piece of lint. It's a very nice beetle. It's like one of the ones that is like really shimmery and shiny,
Okay, that's still cool.
but it is
Okay.
very clearly dead and has been for some time.
And Noodle's just gonna squeeze and say, "I really hope your luck changes."
All right, great.
Well,
Now,
with
so perhaps you should go get some rest.
Yeah, whatever the lady says. No, I'm not asking Bridget. And he'll stumble off back towards the rest of the town. Okay, so you guys continue to walk for a while, and then I can't actually type today. Sorry, guys. There we go.
just about to say, you put the armor slash the wrong way.
Yes. I am a silly sausage at times. Okay. So you guys are walking through the forest, and it is dark. It is slightly creepy. It's kind of like a pastoral forest, but it is slightly creepy because it is after dark at this point, and you do eventually hear rustling in the trees around you. So everybody can roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, anybody with a 12 or higher, so that would be Zev and Anst. you get actually a surprise round on how many of them are there? 2 giant lizards.
That ain't good.
So they are chameleon-esque in that they have blended in mostly with their the background environment, and they are except for their eyes, which are the crazy chameleon eyes that like go all different directions, and they have noticed you but haven't had a chance to attack yet. So Zev and Ants, go ahead and get an attack before we move into initiative order.
Ants will gesture to Zev as if to say, you first.
And we'll just be calling them left lizard and right lizard.
I already named them Jimmy and Frank.
Okay, well, Jimmy is left lizard and Frank is right lizard.
So Zev is going to turn to Jimmy.
Okay.
And he's just going to tilt his head a little bit. You ain't as good at sneaking as you think you are. And cast Vicious Mockery.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and... All right, so DC 13 wisdom save. What is the wisdom of a dumbass lizard?
Might be a very wise lizard.
It is not a wise lizard. We'll just... does not make it. So takes 4 points of damage,
yes,
if I am reading that correctly, and basically sticks out its tongue in alarms, goes and runs away.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
With that, she'll pull out her shield and her warhammer she has named Timeout. And she'll point at the other lizard whilst rushing up to it and trying to get an underarm swing, try and get under the chest area. I don't know lizard anatomy.
Yeah, the scaly bit.
Isn't that all of it?
Yes. All right.
And she will say, sneaking up on people is really rude. That one.
Oh, I really wanted to see like smack the lizard into oblivion, but the lizard just kind of looks at you and sidesteps, like a little scuttle this way, to avoid timeout. So now I guess everybody roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
I'm so good at initiative.
All right, and okay. So Sapphire, you are first.
Okay, so Sapphire will walk somewhat casually up to the lizard and give kind of a short punch with their quarterstaff towards its jaw.
Okay.
I'll do that real quick here. Yeah, we are doing well with those ones.
Those ones, man.
Okay, now being a monk, I got to follow up with an unarmed strike just to see if I can get anything better. There's maybe like a short, quick little kick. Oh, much better. Let's see.
Okay, or a natural 20. You know, let's just keep it real random here.
That's right.
Roll 20.
Nothing in the middle today.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a 1s and 20s campaign. Great.
And okay, that's not what I was shooting for. I thought if I clicked it, it would give me damage, but
I think if you click the actual unarmed strike, like in the rolling area, if you hover your mouse over where it says unarmed strike, if you click that, it should do damage, right?
Well, I can't tell. I got the attack for sure both times, but then I don't know how to get the damage. I guess I rolled the damage separately.
Oh, I forget.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have access to each other's sheets, so I just did that for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, you do 4 points of damage, and basically you kick the lizard into a tree. And it lays flat on its back for a second, kind of contemplating its life choices, and then it too gets up and scampers off into the darkness. So you did congratulations, you defeated your first enemy. The lizards will have some boo-boos, some of them a little bit more psychic than others, and have run off into the forest to lick their wounds. Okay. So finding the location, after that, finding the location of the ambush is not difficult. They just kind of left the donkey there. And there are a couple of vultures just kind of like not even picking at it anymore. They're just kind of standing there going like, that was a good meal. So there are tracks leading away from the donkey that look humanoid. And if anybody wants me to roll or wants to roll a survival check to go ahead and track them, they can do that now.
Can I investigate the area first?
Yeah, of course. Okay. So you do see kind of ruts in the road where it looks like maybe the caravan had come to a very quick stop. And you see 3 different areas where the earth has been kind of smudged. And if you get down close to it and lean down, you can see that there are traces of blood in the dirt.
I assume, but I personally have no idea. Is it plausible to tell the difference between donkey blood and people blood, or does it all just look the same?
It all looks the same, but they are in different places than the donkey is. Like there's like very obviously clearly a blood spill around the donkey. But there's a couple over by where the cart tracks stopped. And then there are a couple, there's one more on the other side. Okay. And if anybody needs more of an explanation, I will be happy to shittily draw a map for you.
No, I think I've got it.
I think I've got it.
Okay. So yeah, that's what you get with your investigation roll. And then tracks lead off into the trees on the left, and you lose them after about 5 paces unless you roll a survival check.
I kind of want to bury the donkey, but I don't think we've got time.
Noodle thinks they're going off in a different direction.
Noodle found the beetle in their pocket.
Noodle picks the donkey's pocket. What?
Yeah, that works. You now have a handful of donkey fur, slightly bloodstained.
You never know when you'll need it.
It's true. It's true. Anybody with a 7 or above, which I believe is anybody but Noodle. Sorry.
Zev just kind of grabs Noodle by the shoulder and is like, no, honey, this way.
But
No, this way.
the tracks follow a very, very thin path through the forest. The trees don't grow as close here because you are kind of at the edge of the forest. So possibly they could have taken the cart through here. But they have covered their tracks very well. So within that, you guys follow the tracks for maybe about 10 minutes along the edge of the forest until you come across a cave mouth. And everybody roll me perception. Okay. So
Oh, we did good.
oh my gosh. So Sapphire and Drusilla and Noodle notice that there is once again movement in the underbrush. And as so, you guys are not surprised attacked when two hobgoblins jump out of the underbrush and brandish weapons at you. Everybody roll initiative. All right. Okay. All right, Gabo 1 for 4 and Gabo 2. Oh, that's slightly better. All right. Perfect. All right. So first on our list is actually Noodle. Good job.
Wait, go pick his pocket.
Steal all their shit before they can do anything.
That's
No,
how you
I
feel
mean,
kind of
it's not a completely ludicrous plan. So they both have long swords. Yeah, they both have long swords and have basically just attempted to ambush you, and you guys were slightly too good on the uptake, too quick on the uptake.
Okay, so Noodle is going to skitter up the nearest tree.
All right.
Okay. And immediately turn with his short bow out and dive bomb down, screaming like a wildcat, and stab down at the nearest one.
With
whoever's right under.
Okay. That'll be Gabo 1.
Gobble one.
Gabo 1. Unless somebody wants to give him a better name.
Jimmy the Second.
All right, so Jimmy 2 is Gabo 1. Things to realize in my head. Okay, so Jimmy the Second. Jimmy the Second takes, gosh, I don't even know how he would defend on that. Roll to see if you hit.
Okay.
I would make that like a add your like do a d20 plus your dex, I would say.
So 20 plus dex is okay.
Okay, that is enough. You do not fall flat on your face. You actually do, in fact, land on top of Jimmy II. And how much damage does your short bow do?
Short sword does.
Oh, short sword, not
yeah.
short bow.
It's 1d6 plus 3 piercing.
Woo! So roll me some damage.
If you hover your mouse over where it actually says short sword in the roll results and click that's when the damage will come up.
Okay, got it.
Actually, on the main screen, but I know what I'm pointing at, but you can't see what I'm pointing at.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, that's the name I was looking for. So you actually click short sword in the chat on Roll20, damage comes up.
Did I do it?
You did.
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
How can you tell I never use Roll20?
No, it's totally fair.
Okay.
All right. So, he looks very surprised, and kind of amazed, because I don't think he's ever run into a tabaxi before, and is just like, I have been attacked and stabbed by a large cat. Ow. So, with that in mind, we are moving to Drusilla.
I am going to hit the other goblin with Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Yes. All right.
Or not.
Oh no. Okay. And you don't have a second action, do you?
No, not unless I want to blade sing.
Okay. All right. So next on our list is Zev.
Zev is gonna turn to the one that didn't get Ray of Frosted.
Neither of them got Ray of Frosted.
Yeah, the one that you were aiming at. It's been a long day. And he's just gonna look at this thing like it's something unpleasant that he's just stepped in. Go, what have y'all been doing in those woods? And vicious mockery.
Okay, great. DC 13 wisdom save. Wisdom is 10. Does not make it by 1 point. So how many does it take? 2 psychic damage. All right.
It has disadvantage on its next action roll before the end of its next turn.
Gotcha. Which is actually super helpful because that is now. So Gabo 2, who nobody has named yet, is going to take out his long sword and swing at eeny, meeny, miny, cat. Yes, he's going to swing at Noodle.
Oh no.
So let's see. Does a 14 hit?
Armor class is 14.
Disadvantage?
Oh, that's right, with disadvantage. Since I'm entering these in. Okay, so 14 is the disadvantage.
Okay, armor class is 14.
Okay. Again, I play so many different systems. If it meets armor class, it's a hit, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So yes, that does hit. You are going to take D8 plus 1 damage, which is 5 points of damage.
Ah,
Oh no.
I'm at half.
Oh no, Noodle!
Noodle needs to climb back up another tree.
Poor Noodle. All right, so that was Gobbo 2's turn. We'll call him Steve, and it is now Onst's turn.
After seeing this terrible thing happen to her friend, Arnst is gonna step forward, grab Noodle by the scruff of the neck, pull him backwards, step directly in front of Steve. It is Steve, right, who just did that?
Yeah, it is Steve.
See, now what you've done there now, Steve, is you've done fucked up. And then I'm gonna slap him with a timeout.
Slap him with timeout. Do it.
Oh,
Oh.
I can't hit anything. I've got a decent strength.
I think timeout needs a timeout.
And we can't even threaten these dice with the microwave.
Oh, we can.
We can. It just maybe
fuck
like
up
we don't have like
everything.
that inherited like generational trauma from when it was physical dice. Okay, anyway. No, I'm sorry, that does not hit. Steve kind of laughs at you. And it is now finally Sapphire's turn.
Okay, so Sapphire is going to get in front of Jimmy number 2. Is that the other goblin?
Yes.
Yeah, so the other hob, they'll go right in front of them and going to take a like twirling swing and hit with the end of the staff.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. 1s or 20s?
Or 12s.
It has a 1.
Okay. Unfortunately, a 12 does not hit.
Okay, so then I'm going to follow up with that unarmed strike.
Okay. Unarmed strike does hit.
All right. So with like a quick punch with the other hand, and then that does 5. Okay.
Wow. All right. Jimmy number 2 is down to Jimmy number 2 kind of staggers backwards. He's still on his feet, but barely. So,
Okay.
on okay. So they actually take no, let's go ahead and go back to the top of the initiative order with Noodle.
Okay. So Noodle is in fact, after that major ow, going to scramble back up a tree.
Okay.
And swap out the sword for the short bow. And I think that might be his entire action.
Yeah, up a tree and changing weaponry.
Yeah.
You can taunt the hobgoblins if you'd like, but other than that.
Hey asshole, you suck. He's not very inventive.
That's okay. All right. Drusilla.
The sword fight you want, then let's go. And I'm going to use my bonus action to blade sing.
Beautiful.
Didn't think I was going to have to use it here, but it's not going as well as I wanted. So I get all kinds of nice things there.
Okay, let me read quickly. Okay, gotcha.
And then I am going to take a swing at it with my longsword.
All right. Ha! Yes, that actually does hit. Surprise, surprise. And who are you going after? Jimmy too?
Steve. Steve's the one who pulled the longsword, correct?
They both have long swords.
Okay. Yeah, Steve.
Steve, okay. So go ahead and roll some damage on Steve. 3. All right. Zev.
Zev is going to take his rapier and with a great flourish is going to poke Steve.
Poke Steve. All right. Go ahead and roll for it.
It's not going well.
Steve is actually fairly agile for a hobgoblin and manages to kind of dance out of the way and sort of laughs at you again. All right. So it is now Steve's turn, and Steve is going to growl something in Goblinoid, and Jimmy 2 nods, and then Steve will attack. Who just hit him? Will attack Drusilla.
As a reaction,
Mhm.
I'm assuming, because Drusilla came and stabbed at Steve as well, so I'm assuming Drusilla is within about 5 feet of me. I would like
Yeah.
to activate my fighting style, which is protection. So
Okay.
he has to roll with disadvantage when attacking my friend.
Okay, great. Okay, and rolling again. Okay, so the 19 is the disadvantage.
Ouch.
Does that hit Drusilla?
Yeah.
Okay. So only 3 points though.
Okay.
All right. So it is now Onsta's turn.
With that, I'm just going to glare at Steve and go, "You need to stop hitting my friends." And hopefully, Ans will finally do the thing she's actually made to do and hit him. Jeez!
No!
Why can't I hit anything? The one time I make a melee character and I can't hit a damn thing.
Because Anst is a lover, not a fighter.
Ans is a mother, not a fighter.
Yes. A lot of love in her heart.
Oh, this is painful. I'm sorry, guys.
Fine, it's on point.
All right, Sapphire, go ahead.
Okay, so Sapphire is going to continue attempting to hit Jimmy. So let's see how that quarterstaff strike goes. Ooh,
Miss.
nothing. Okay, so the unarmed strike.
Also a miss.
Very bad. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just stay right where I am.
Okay. Jimmy the second is going to, for his action, turn on his heel and run back into the cave. Anybody within 5 feet gets an attack of opportunity because he didn't really disengage because he's a hobgoblin and kind of dumb. So that would be you, and who else tried to poke Jimmy?
I've been trying to beat up Steve, so...
Everyone else has been trying to beat up Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and take an attack of opportunity.
Attacking Jimmy?
Okay.
Okay, that does hit. So I'm assuming that you like bonk him as he tries to leave, and 4, and Jimmy the second is down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so back to the top of the initiative order. And that is, sorry, Noodle. It's Noodle.
Yes. Okay, Noodle, up a tree, bleeding profusely, very angry, with a short bow.
Beautiful.
Aiming at Steve.
Awesome.
Yes.
Go for it.
Very angrily. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Presumably, I guess maybe Noodle's hurting like his shoulder or something, and he's like, eh.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened.
And it just goes wild.
It does. It goes wild. I am not the kind of DM that makes you hurt your party members on natural ones, because Roll20 rolls natural ones so often that it's really frustrating. So no, you don't actually hit anybody else, but it goes whizzing by Drusilia's pointed ear and embeds itself in the tree behind Drusilia.
Sorry.
All right, Drusilia, your move.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna take care of this thing. I'm gonna try to hit it again with that longsword.
Oh, that hits. Yes. Roll some damage. Holy Jesus. Steve, do you want to tell me how Steve dies?
I'll just knock his sword out of the way and then just run him through.
Okay. And as he is run through with his dying breath, he yells out something in Goblinoid into the mouth of the cave.
With my last breath, I curse Zoidberg.
From hell's heart, I stab at thee. Anyway. All right. So you guys are now out of initiative order. And one of the goblins did manage to yell inside the cave, but you can hear the echo as it like echoes down the cave, and it's not very easy to be understood.
The first thing, Noodles, you still up the tree?
Yes.
Noodles, calm down, you wee kitty. Then you need to check your cut. Need to make sure you're okay.
I'm not okay. I'm bleeding.
Well, I can touch you and make you feel better.
Okay, real quick though, because I think they're gonna be back. Noodle's gonna drip down.
And
Ow.
to catch. And now, is this a really bad boo boo, or is this just a wee boo boo? Do you reckon?
I'm not a kid anymore. You don't have to call it a boo boo, and it really hurts. And it's pretty bad. I think I'll be okay. It's pretty bad.
If you had to put a number on it, say like.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 4.
4. Okay. Well, I can make you feel 5 better.
That's really good. That's really good.
Or I can ask God to make you feel a lot better. What?
No, 5 is really good. 5 is really good.
And with that, I will use Lay on Hands to cure Noodle for 5 hit points.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. So, Noodle, are you back at full?
I thought I had only gotten hit for 5, but my current hit points where it said it was at 4. So I don't know if I got hit and missed it.
No, you didn't.
Okay, then I should be back at full then.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you guys enter the cave?
Dev is going to go peer inside the cave.
Okay. So the cave is naturally made. You can tell it doesn't have, it wasn't like hacked out of the rock. It looks naturally occurring. And roll me just a straight up intelligence check. Okay, never mind.
Probably
Ben's fault. He
fun.
didn't get to go to school.
Yeah. That's right. Half of this party is urchins. So anybody else want to attempt it? Drusilla, was that an attempt?
Oh, I accidentally clicked it.
Okay. Does anybody else want to attempt? Oh, that actually makes a good deal of sense. So, Team Cat, you find out just by looking at the way the walls are shaped that this particular chamber is naturally produces echoes.
Okay,
So
stick my head in, ears like that.
yeah.
Guys, it's really, really echoey in there.
So determining the direction of any sounds will now require a DC 15 perception check, just out of character.
Do not realize how much I'm having to bite my tongue to stop Arns from just shouting.
You're lame. Okay, I am going to go ahead and read you the description of the cave from the adventure path. You enter the cave, the light of your torch illuminating the nearby walls. The air feels stale and the moisture makes it almost hard to breathe. And I kind of equate this with people visiting the South.
Oh God, you're not wrong.
The cave opening appears to have been natural and stalactite free. A layer of calcium over the rock wall reveals the stone to have been worked long ago. The long since eroded wall carvings gleam beneath your light within a thin layer of water. The floor is muddy, but pieces of a wagon are firmly stuck in the mud, making entering and exiting without slipping rather easy. You hear multiple sounds coming from all directions in this cave. Perhaps the shuffling of feet or the grating of armor, perhaps muffled voices of someone speaking, or perhaps your own voices echoing through the tunnel and returning through a different tunnel. All right. I need somebody to make me a perception check. Anybody can make this check.
Oh, we are bad. Oh, hey, there's a good one.
Yay!
Okay.
I really don't think anyone in our party's got better than a +2. We don't need to see things.
Yeah, you do see that
proficient.
there are carvings on this wall that look like glyphs. Can any of you read Infernal?
No.
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 Okay, never mind. This will never come up again. It's fine.
Noodle's gonna start like scratching at one, maybe if it looks kind of like it could be a vaguely I don't know, person or animal shape. Noodle's gonna start scratching at it with claw to make it look more like a person or animal.
Okay.
Does the marking itself give off a presence of evil?
Ooh. Do you have to roll for that?
Let me just read what Divine Sense says. Presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor. Powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Yeah. Location of celestial, fiend, or undead. I guess I wouldn't tell me anything about that's a meanie.
Yeah.
No, probably wouldn't tell me much. Never mind
It
then.
does tell you, like, you do smell the smell of evil. Coming from deeper within the cave system. You can't pinpoint it any further than that. But you do get like this very like noxious waft of smell, like when you have opened your trash can and you found out and then an animal has died inside of it, that kind of smell.
That's disgusting. Aunt will take her time out and she will slam it into the wall right where this marking is, like trying to essentially like erase this marking from the wall out of existence.
Okay. You managed to do so. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it is a piece of stone and it is therefore.
If I miss the flipping wall, I'm gonna scream.
Yeah, no. Walls are a natural hit, and rocks do not have an armor class. So you manage to obliterate this glyph, but what happens is with a puff of green, a line of glyphs leading deeper into the cave illuminates briefly in green and then fades.
Just to make sure you all saw that, didn't you? Because I didn't like that.
That don't seem good.
It's probably not.
Bad things are gonna happen if we follow that, right? I mean, the glowing green thing in the cave.
Noodle, I think you've got it the wrong way around. Bad things are going to happen if we don't follow that and fix whatever is making that happen. So,
I mean, bad things are gonna happen anyway because the goblins yelled in here and we're in here now. So I guess it's just kind of how bad is it gonna get now?
Or short-term bad versus long-term bad.
Logically, eventually someone's gonna get hit by a timeout and we'll fix things. So I think we can just keep going forward. I mean, Noodle, if you feel a wee scared, you can
I'm not scared.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you need a little ear scratching?
Aunts, leave the poor kitten alone.
Fine.
He says he ain't scared. He ain't scared.
I said I'm. You can scratch my ears.
No. And give Noodle little ear scratches to help him feel calm and safe.
Okay.
Not scared.
So anybody with religion as a trained skill can go ahead and attempt to read a few of the glyphs. They are in a simplified version of infernal, so a religion check might be able to decipher them, but it is a hard one.
Okay, Sapphire will try that. There's always a chance.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, okay, so that almost makes it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two possible definitions for each rune. So one of them is obedience and the other one is taxi. The other one is loyalty or petrichor. And then the last one is actually a phrase, and it either says total dedication to or the color yellow.
If we see anything yellow, be prepared to run.
Yellow.
Okay.
Yellow.
I think they are worshippers of something yellow. I'm not sure exactly what the yellow thing is.
And then if anybody has Arcana, they can roll on the glyphs as well.
No.
Yes, Drusilla. Okay. So these glyphs also are necromantic in nature. Anytime anyone would cast a necromantic spell, it would gain a bonus. And you kind of surmise that that might be what the green light was.
Did I
That's
do a whoopsie?
this isn't good. Necromancy.
Maybe it's the good kind of necromancy.
When has necromancy ever been good?
Let me live in my denial.
All right. So, do you guys go further into the cave that smells like evil and is full of necromantic glyphs?
Oh, we have to. Otherwise,
I'm gonna cast mage armor and then go in.
I love adventuring parties. You guys are so squishy and so like bound for duty. It's awesome. All right. Anyway.
Oh, I just realized I never looted those hobgoblins we killed.
They'll be there when we get back. Huh?
I know. I'm just sad now.
Who else in our party looks very, very squishy? As in the squishiest.
I'm pretty squishy as a wizard.
You have a wizard, a bard, and a cat.
That's just the class now, just cat.
Yeah.
What do you play? A level 4 cat?
Meow, meow, bitches. No. To be fair, that's how he wakes me up every morning. For those who are just joining us, I am playing my cat.
Well, because you just mage armored yourself up, didn't you, Drasilia? Who, between Zev and Noodle, because so far Sapphire has been taking care of herself. So Zev, Noodle, who feels squishier that can do a thing?
Plan to be getting hit.
I mean, I don't plan to either, and then I did. So, I mean, you can't really plan for that. Sometimes you just get hit.
Okay, well, I'll base it off of Noodle's already being hit once, and he's a precious, precious boy. So I will cast Shield of Faith on him, which can last up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So I will oh, beautiful. Okay, so +2 bonus to AC.
Ooh.
So just remember to add that into your character sheet.
Okay.
I don't know how to add it in, like, actually, so just when you're rolling, remember to add 2.
Yeah, I have a piece of paper I've been writing stuff on. So.
Okay, excellent. As our last encounter for the break, before the break, do you guys want to press on into the cave? Now that we are all armored sufficiently, theoretically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be a waste of armor if we did nothing.
Okay, great. This is what I
I would
love.
all feel really safe for about 10 minutes.
Yes. Okay. So 3 passages branch off the entrance. Which one do you decide to go? Left, middle, or right?
Always go left.
Okay.
You know what? Can I cast Detect Magic and see if I can sense anything from any direction?
Yeah, you can. Magic within 30 feet of you. You catch a faint magical presence coming off of the rightmost tunnel.
Which tunnel smells the worst?
The right one.
I'm sensing magic down the right tunnel. I think that is the direction we should head.
I will defer to you.
Well, I suppose if we want to get the job done quick, we go down the right. But I'm sure if we're wanting to be real adventurers, we need to go and loot every other room first. Isn't that
Now
right,
you're starting to
Noodles?
sound like Noodle.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
Noodles
a
has been
good
teaching-
influence. I'm a good influence.
Although I suppose we could go and take care of the big scary and then go and look in the other rooms after.
I'm still a good influence.
I mean, I would assume if Rurik's mammy is around, they probably won't be keeping that in the big scary room, unless it's some kind of terrible ritualistic sacrifice, in which case they're all gonna have a big time out.
I mean, it probably is, right? I mean,
Probably.
like steal big things of wine. I bet it's, what if it's like a really raging kegger? Raging evil kegger.
It sounds like
My
we better
knowledge
go
is not
to the mushroom.
fantastic on this, but I remember reading somewhere that a lot of satanic cults have these things called orgies. Maybe it's
Dev
one
is
of
gonna
them.
just start marching down the right path.
It never
Sapphire
really
too.
explained what one of those was. So is that like some big
Oh.
scary meetup?
I mean, it's scary if you're like, if you're not knowing what to expect when you show up. I've heard of them. I walked in on one once back. I was running around the last city we were in, and there was supposed to be a job. And it was really easy to take all this stuff because their clothes weren't on them exactly. Everyone's walking that way. I think we should follow them.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually just grab both of you and just start pulling you after Seven Sapphire.
Okay. So we've got about 5 minutes of break time, which is not enough for the next encounter. So let's go ahead and take the break now. And do all that is necessary during the break time. And we will be back in about 10 minutes. And until then, I believe we have a message from our mighty Throck.
Yes. Hey, real quick. We are going to start our next giveaway, which is another set of dice from our amazing sponsor, Tabletop Loot. If you want to join this, I need a good command. I haven't thought of a good command for this one yet. I've had some pretty pithy ones so far, but I just need to be ! One word. I mean, we could use lewd, but that seems dice. Yeah, ! Meow. That's what we're going to do. I think that is definitely in keeping in the spirit. If you want to join the giveaway for a set of Tabletop Loot dice, type ! Meow into chat sometime in the next 10 minutes. And last but not least, there's a big important reason why we're here and why I've been up for 32 hours, and that is we are raising money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a trans-led nonprofit that provides microgrants for folks going through transition and a crisis line staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. We here at Welcome to the Party, our founding goals are inclusion, equity, and education, and so being a community of allies and members of the community, we thought it was important that our first charity really speak to those values. And that's why we're here today, is to support a cause that's close to many of our community members' hearts. So if you have $1, if you got $5, if you got $10, maybe you got 1,000, who knows? Hit that cherry red donate button down there and help us support this amazing charity. And with that, we're going to throw it over to the break. Don't forget to hit ! Meow in order to join the giveaway. And we are back! Alright, so I'm only going to be with you all for a quick second as we pick the winner of our tabletop loot dice set giveaway. I'm going to click that button and we're going to know who won. And that person is the Bardic Knock! Nice! So...
Meow!
I have had a couple questions about international shipping, and if I cannot ship it to you for less than I can give you a, a gift card for you to get it in your own country, right? Because I know you're in England, and I had somebody win from Amsterdam earlier, so I've been investigating international shipping recently. One way or another, you're going to get a free set of dice out of this, courtesy of Tabletop Loot. And congratulations. If you guys don't know Bardic, he's been around the channel since it began. He runs 2 games here. He's amazing. And we love his support and snark and yeah. Okay, so real quick, this is my last pitch for this stream. We are raising money for Trans Lifeline. We have raised $2,200 so far in order to support this amazing Trans Life charity. They provide microgrants to folks going through transition to do things like change their birth certificates and their social security cards and any place where they need to change their information to become who they are. And they provide a peer-led crisis line that is staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. We think this is an amazing cause to support, and we hope you'll join us in doing so by donating 1, 5, 10, whatever you feel like you can, as we get very close to the end of our 36-hour charity stream. And with that, I'm going to throw it back to the players and let them finish up this amazing adventure.
Ta-da! We're back. Hooray! Okay, so we are skipping a little bit ahead in our adventure, so I'm going to narrate what has happened. Basically, imagine that we skipped an episode in the show, and now you're watching the recap. So the recap is going down the right fork of the tunnel, you encounter hobgoblins, obviously. You fight them. The hobgoblins do not put up much of a fight. Some of them were still sleeping with the noise from the first hobgoblin that you guys, Jimmy 2 and Steve, that you guys killed at the entrance to the cave. Only some of them got the message, and so only some of them were able to fight. So you have a couple of hobgoblin captives, and we're gonna pop in really quickly and see what you guys want to do with those.
Well, so right now they're probably, are they tied up or how are they restrained?
They are restrained at sword point.
Okay. And does anybody speak Goblin? And how is their common? Have we assessed that by now?
There is one who speaks broken common, and all the rest speak goblinoid.
Yeah, no, I don't speak Goblin.
Okay. Look, we just need to find the people that were taken from the town. We're only here for them. Where are they?
Okay. So the goblin with broken common, we will call him George. George points the way to the area where the hobgoblins had kept all of the prisoners. On the way past it, you pass a brewery, a torture chamber, and then finally make it to the prison hold. You find the folks there, and most of them are still there. You do find Rurik's mommy. There are 6 of them, and they appear weak but relieved. And one of the prisoners holds a piece of paper in her hands. And that is the trying to read and think at the same time. I'm not a very good multitasker. Um, so the note is actually from Carrig, who was the leader of the caravan. And it was written to his husband, and Jenna, the senior employee of the caravan, is hoping to get it back to them. Carrig was unfortunately killed, and his blood was used in the making of blood mead, which is why they needed the wine and prisoners. So, with all of that wrapped up, this would be a place where we all took a short rest, and we are now ready to finish rooting out the hobgoblins from this cavern.
Question.
Yes.
Would my +2 AC still be active or no?
No, this is going on.
Okay.
But I will let you guys recast it after, because we're gonna do a short rest.
Okay.
So you'll be able to recast it. I should have said that before the break, but we're gonna say that with a short rest, everyone else will be able to get back any powers that they've spent or anything else that they can recover on a short rest. Okay, so what do you guys do now? You have freed the captives, but you are still smelling the smell of evil. It's actually more pungent this further into the cave system. And you have noticed a couple of times the walls glowing, pulsing green, and then off.
Well, first of all, the captives, like, Ernst would reach into her backpack and hand out all of her rations to the captives, collecting it. You need this more than me. There, take that. And pretty much suggest they maybe try and leave, like, get home. If you think you can, if not, wait here. We'll guide you back when we're done.
Yeah, they should probably wait here. I mean, there's still stuff in the woods.
Lizards, at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, if we got attacked, they're going to get attacked. And if they got caught, then I don't think they're going to do that good. So they should probably wait for us.
That's probably a much better idea. Yeah, ignore Ernst. She just wants to get Rurik's mommy home.
I'm sorry, I actually misspoke earlier. There are 6 prisoners, but Rurik's mom is not among them.
Oh, no.
So, if you ask the hobgoblin that speaks broken common where the other prisoners are, he'll let you know that some of them were taken to for the preparations for blood mead, but the strong, feisty one, which is the words that he uses, and you wonder what kind of novels he's been reading if he knows the word feisty but not any contractions, is probably still in the torture chamber.
We should go destroy that. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so you go back to the torture chamber, which is the next room over, basically, and you do find a dwarven woman chained up to the wall, and she has obviously been beaten very badly, but she still looks defiant, and her eyes light up as she sees you. And she says, did Rurik send you?
Yes.
All right. So she is still chained to the wall. So you can either do this with dex or you can do this with strength.
I have thieves' tools.
Ooh, that would help. I will lower the dexterity check by 2. So yeah, go ahead and thieves' tool away.
Okay.
That makes it.
Yeah.
With the lowered check because of your thieves' tools, we will go ahead and yeah, you are able to pop her free, and she will offer to help in the fight, but she's kind of barely on her feet.
I think we have this. Perhaps you should just rest.
Let me just check something. I'm not sure how often I can do lay on hands, if that replenishes after short or long rests.
Okay.
Because I still have 5 more points of lay on hands to use. That's the worst way to try and look at it. This creature. When does it restore? I'm so bad at reading. Oh, long rest. Okay, so I can heal 5 hit points with that, or I can use my 1 remaining spell slot for cure wounds. Without wanting to sound selfish, that might be more important for us.
Fair. 5 points wouldn't get her up to like tip-top fighting shape, but she would be able to like guard the other escapees and get them and be basically a guard for them while they wait for you guys to finish up in the rest of the cavern.
Yeah, I feel good with that, unless anybody is like, no, we need all those heals for us.
What alignment is this party?
No, I'm just trying to figure out if bardic inspiration would add to that role.
Well, lay on hands isn't a roll. I can just do an amount.
Okay.
Although I will say, because you guys are playing brother and sister, if you guys want to use bardic inspiration for Onsta's next spell, that would be fine.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So we can use that for a cure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll give the I'm sure you've said her name, but I don't remember.
Amber.
I give her my remaining lay on hands, and these chains that are they just like stereotypical kink dungeon chains to a wall, or?
Yes.
I want to rip them out.
Okay, that is a strength check.
That one, I think. Oh, that's not very good.
You struggle mightily and they creak and the rock around them kind of cracks a little bit, but they do not come out.
Okay, yes, I probably could stand here and try and argue. I try again, but that'd just be wasting everybody's time, and it'd just be me clicking until it succeeds, which is a bit selfish. So with that, I'm feeling a little defeated by them, just throw them against the wall and go, stupid chains.
Okay. Okay. So the next, so basically what happens for this the end of this little piece that we've mostly glossed over, is that Amber takes the rest of the captives up to kind of the surface level and stays at the center of, the mouth of the cave with them, waiting for you guys to finish. You have taken a short rest. You are still getting the smell of evil, and let's see. There is one room left to explore that you have seen so far. That is the training area. Hold up. Yes, that is the training area. So that is an area that is full of stalactites and stalagmites that have been basically hacked at and chopped at and shot with arrows. And there is a goblin acolyte just hiding in there, and he does jump out and basically goes, you may have gotten the rest of us, but you'll never take me. And now it is time to roll initiative and get into the fighty bits again. Okay.
So close to going first. It was my -1. Damn it, Noodles.
Can't stop the noodle.
Noodle. All right. And for the acolyte, here's your stat block. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Great. Does anybody have a witty name for the acolyte?
Arthur.
Arthur. All right.
Good choice.
Acolyte Arthur. So Acolyte Arthur will be going before Sapphire, after Noodle and Onst. Okay, so Noodle, kick us off.
All right. Noodle is going to zoom in.
Zoomies.
Zoomies. Noodle's got the zoomies.
Oh, this is never good.
Yeah, Noodle. So Noodle's going to zoom in without the short sword and do a slash as he runs past.
Okay.
And so idiot me, when I was doing my character sheet, it had me as a rogue level 1. So I didn't realize that I didn't have the cunning action thing on here that I should have had at level 2.
Oh, okay.
So take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take a dash, disengaged, or hide action.
Beautiful. So you're using it for zoomies.
Well, no, I'm using my feline agility for zoomies.
Oh!
Your reflexes and agility allow you to move with a burst of speed. When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn.
Nice. So what are you using your bonus action for?
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay, great. So you're just going to go whoosh and then gone. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Beautiful. This is truly cat combat. All right. Go ahead and roll some bones.
That's attack, right?
Yeah. Did you want short bow or short sword?
Short sword. Ha ha.
That's better looking.
That hits.
Okay.
Barely, but it hits.
And zoomy attack.
For 8? Jesus.
Just
Did you go for the jugular? Jesus. All right. So the Zoomy attack is very effective. The acolyte staggers back, basically being like, "What the hell, dude?" And it is now it's now Aunt's turn.
Okay, let me just. Okay, I think it just says I can do that. So that is fun in the sun. Aunt.
Sorry.
It's my go-to. I just keep saying words, and eventually something will be funny. What Aunt is going to do is this guy. What exactly did he say? Something like you'll never.
Yeah, you'll never take me, or something like that. Something really generic. This is Arthur the generic acolyte.
Yeah. Arnst doesn't like this person. One, he's a little bit too cocky, and two, Arnst is still. She's miffed. You know, she couldn't pull the chains out the wall. She's had to see hurt people, so she's gonna very casually, like, doing that very cliched action movie slow walk up to this goblin, pulling out time out, and I would like to use a divine smite with this.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
So that is going to be plus plus 2d8 on top of this if I hit.
Oh my God. Okay.
So chances are I'll miss because I miss everything.
Oh my God.
I miss everything.
No, you know what? I said in the planning chat, I'm a rule of cool DM. If you can describe this in a suitably badass way, I will let you take that hit.
Okay, well, what I was going to do is I was going to walk up, raise the timeout, look this little acolyte dead in his tiny little beady goblin eyes and go, "We're not taking you anywhere. We're leaving you here to die." And then
bap. Okay, just like a little bunny foo-foo.
Yeah, like
Okay.
whack-a-mole, except it's not as fun.
Okay, yes, roll your crazy amounts of damage.
So the damage. Why am I rolling so weak? And then an additional 2d8 radiant damage on top.
Okay, so that is 11, and he is down to 1 hit point. Well played, well played. All right, it is now, unfortunately, Acolyte Arthur's turn. So he's going to look up at you. He is going to hiss in Goblinoid. Sorry, I just broke something. Okay. So technology is not my friend. If you guys tried to tune into my live stream on Sunday.
Oh no.
So anyway, with 1 hit point left, he hisses an incantation in Goblinoid and casts Inflict Wounds on Onst.
How dare he? Do I get a save, or is he just trying to reach out and grab me?
Let me see. Beg pardon. So it is touch, it is instantaneous, it is a melee spell attack. On the target, you take, on a hit, you take 3d10 necromantic damage. Oh my god. Okay, so he needs to hit you first.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try that. Oh, Jesus.
It doesn't do it.
Well,
Right there.
that,
It's okay. I got this.
okay. All right. Okay, you take 13 points of damage.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Oh, good, good. I don't want this to be a party killing machine.
I still got 9 hit points.
Jesus.
It's fine.
All right.
I was lucky. I rolled a 9 for my second level hit die, so I'm like 1 off maximum hit points.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so yes, he's got 1 hit point left, and it is Sapphire's turn.
Okay. Sapphire's going to run up there and engage Arthur with the hopes of preventing any more spellcasting here. So let's start with a quarterstaff attack.
That hits. And describe how Acolyte Arthur dies.
Yeah, Sapphire runs up, swirls the staff around their head, and hits him right up against the temple.
Okay, and yeah, just goes and crumples. All right. So unfortunately, you guys noticed something that happened when he cast Inflict Wounds. Inflict Wounds is a necromantic spell. So all of the runes in the training chamber are lit up bright green.
Oh, I don't like that.
That seems bad.
And after a minute, they do subside. But as soon as they subside, you hear a roar coming from beyond into the next few chambers, and I can't do it because my throat has been in use. These throats have not been in use for hundreds of years, so it is a very like dusty, archaic sounding yell of anger and basically new awakening.
So it's like when I wake up.
Yeah, just yeah, that's me too. Yeah, just voices that haven't spoken in hundreds of years, screaming out in anger and vengeance for, I guess, being woken up. I don't know. Somebody roll me a religion check so I can tell you what these people are.
Okay.
Religion check.
All right. Anybody with a 15 or higher knows that these are probably Draugr. So if you have played Skyrim, basically those. So they are undead. They have usually been turned undead by some sort of foul necromantic ritual, as most undead, I guess. And with a 20, you know that they are incredibly dangerous, and they tend to linger close to their source of power. All right. So you guys are out of combat. You're out of initiative order. What do you do?
You said that. Oh, sorry. Someone else speak before me.
We're running, right? We're running.
Probably take care of it.
I got to.
Noodles, you'll be fine. Hans is then gonna leaning, because you said there were both stalactites and mites, right? So there's some
Yep.
coming out of the ground. How tall are some of the ones coming out of the ground?
Probably about waist height on you.
Okay. Would it be plausible to knock the top off one of these to give myself a makeshift projectile?
Yes. Give me a strength check, or just give me a melee attack with timeout, because I'm assuming you're using timeout to walk the top off of it. Yeah, that's enough. Rocks don't have AC.
Yep.
That is the tagline of this of this adventure is rocks don't have armor class.
Just so I've got something to throw from a distance if need be.
Okay.
Because I don't have any ranged attacks. And because I think it looks cool, just swing, knock off this bit of rock. Whatever that thing is. I'm going to ram this in what... It's going to end up going through it, and I don't really care which end I put it in.
Okay. Beautiful. All right.
Not that way in front of the young ones.
So has the information that it has a center of power been shared, or?
I would assume so. The one that got that was Drusilla. Drusilla, did you share that with the party?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so when you say center of power, like, is it a place or a thing?
I'm not sure what the center of power would be.
It would be.
Break it.
You know that Draugr tend to stick close to the areas where they were undeadified. So you would assume that it's probably a place that is their source of power.
It is likely a place. They won't wander far from it.
That answers Noodle's question, but not mine. Can we break it? Like smash it real good?
Let's go find out.
Yes, we can always try that.
Ooh, can we desecrate it?
I think
Technically,
that's...
it's already desecrated. Wouldn't we be consecrating?
I mean, yeah, opposite desecrate.
I guess if you really wanted, you could also defecate.
How long's it been since I've eaten?
I don't know. You did have rations. Did you eat during your short rest?
Probably.
Okay. So yeah, you were primed and ready to go.
Just angry cat pooping.
Oh my gosh.
You know the face they make. You know the face.
All right. So I'm assuming that you guys proceed on to the source of the shouting.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys take a chance to loot the room that you're in, you get a dozen arrows and a couple of spears, which may be important for absolutely no reason at all. Yeah. I don't know why you would pick up extra weaponry.
I assumed we'd probably need some projectile type thing. That's why I smashed and made my own spear. But
does anyone else use arrows?
I don't.
Anyone else?
I think those are all yours.
Yes.
All right.
I have no idea if monks can throw them or not. Or if that's a
Probably.
specific type of monk.
I think I have to wait another level before I can do that.
Dang it.
All right. As you guys continue out into, let me see if I can describe this map for you. Basically, you now walk down a long passageway, and you hear from down the passageway the sounds of running water and also the sounds of movement. When you get to the sound of the running water, there is a broken ledge, and there's a fissure that leads down into a noisy waterway. The echoes from the waterway make conversation difficult. On the other end of the chasm, it's a short distance away, and the tunnel continues. So there is basically a small canyon with water running through it.
So do we have a clear way to cross? I'm not sure on that.
Yes, you would need to find a way to cross.
Okay.
We could tie a rope to one of the spears and throw it, and we all like zip line.
Anybody else have any other ideas?
We could do something wizardy and make the rope go across the water.
I can just swim.
Well, it is a fair ways down to the river. I don't know.
Oh.
Zip line.
I can find.
It does look jumpable.
I don't trust my rolls today.
Yeah, I was about to say. It looks jumpable for a standard adventuring party.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it look like something you could maybe do some sort of cool acrobatic flip across? Because Sapphire would be down for that.
Yes, most definitely. It is precisely the width of a cool acrobatic flip.
Okay.
Doing
I'll
this.
just hold the rope in my hand. I'll take care of this.
If Sapphire would like some help, Arnst would happily assume a position. You like drop down to one knee and hold her hands out. And, like, you can use me. I'll help throw you as well.
Sure. Okay, let's see how the roll goes.
Yes, that is more than enough. If this were a fate game, you would succeed with style.
Okay, so Sapphire does a cool flip across, and then they hold onto the rope. Is there any way they're going to be able to secure this?
There is a stalagmite that you would be able to loop it around. You'd still have to hold it, but it would give you additional kind of support.
Okay, great. So that's what Sapphire does, and then they're holding onto the rope. Who's crossing first?
I guess I will go.
Okay. That is, I guess, I think that would be an athletics check.
Yes, the wizard's best friend.
So I just answered my question. This is a mwahaha game, not a tee.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Hey.
You also, while ziplining, managed to do a cool flip.
Is that in the dismount, or is that like just halfway through the zip line?
Oh, that's definitely halfway through.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Actually, because I recently replayed Final Fantasy X. If anyone remembers the scene from that where they all they skate down the rope, I like to imagine you do something cool like that. So you're stood on the rope as you zip line down.
Beautiful.
Noodle wants to Naruto run down the rope.
That I think would actually be an acrobatics check. All right. You throw your hands behind your back and you just zoom.
I think I hurt my shoulder doing that.
Oh no!
Dedication.
Oh my gosh. All right, so Noodle is across, Sapphire is across, Drusilla is across. All right. Half-orc buddies. What are we doing? How are we doing, friends?
Armswarm gesture to Zev. You can go first because I'll mess it up.
Catch you when you mess it up.
Well, I do actually suppose that's probably a good idea. So just, you want athletics to?
Are you doing something cool about it, or
Hell no,
are
I've
you
got a
like,
-1 to acrobatics and a 5 to athletics.
oh geez, let's do athletics. To just straight zip line across.
Nat 1.
Oh my god! Okay. Oh god. All right. So we will say that what happens is that the rope on your side frays under the weight of like the passing party, and by the time that you get about halfway across, it snaps. So roll me another athletics or acrobatics check. Okay, that is enough to hang on. So you are hanging on about, you know, a little ways down. And with that athletics check, you can actually just kind of hand over hand your way up.
Noodle's going to reach down and try to help pull on stuff.
Also, speaking of Noodle, Noodle's namesake is behind you.
Yeah.
Dream mascot. Woo! Okay.
Arms will take the hand and clamber up and then look back over and see what she's done and go, I told you I should have gone first.
All right, Zev. What are you doing?
Zev's gonna just jump it.
Okay.
If it's at all possible, Arms would like to be as far out with an arm outstretched to try and catch and pull in.
Okay.
If that does anything. Or...
well, let's see what the roll looks like. That would be athletics. Oh.
Nice.
Your sister, no, your brother just gracefully sails by your outstretched hand. Okay. So you guys are all across the raging river. Please go ahead and make me a perception check. Sorry, words are hard right now. Okay, anybody with a 13 or higher notices that you are not alone on this side of the river.
Do we notice what we're not alone on this side of the river with?
You are not alone if you look up. Yes.
We are not alone.
And as one in the party looks up, and there is a giant spider clinging to the roof of the chasm, was hoping more, one or more of you would fall and it would have an easy dinner. But since you did not, it will just try and kill you now. So please roll initiative.
While we're all rolling, I think everybody on the stream should know that when we started this, Nori asked us if we want to do spiders or goblins, and we all said goblins. So she meant both.
Yeah, but
I'm
this
sorry.
is a singular spider, as
Okay.
opposed to an
Yes.
armada of spiders. Well, army. Sorry, armada implies that they have boats, which is even creepier.
That would be so cool.
Armada of spiders. Well, you know,
If
if
anyone here is familiar with the Spelljammer setting, one of the big like evil races are essentially just spiders. And Spelljammer is D&D in space, so you can get a space armada of spiders.
oh my god. If I end up running a D&D campaign, I think I know who my player characters are going to be.
Spider pirates.
Spider pirates.
Oh, you mean the
Spiderates?
Spiderates. Pirates.
Mhm.
I'll keep working on that one. We'll workshop it.
Or is it just
Yeah.
spiders?
Okay. Let me look at initiatives again. So Noodle is 14, Sapphire 16, Sev is 11. Const is 12 and Drusilia 16. So Drusilia and Ants, you are tied. Which one of you has the higher dex?
Mine's 17.
Mine's 2.
Oh, not Ants. I'm sorry. Drusilia and Sapphire.
Oh, okay. Drusilia is beating me.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll put a little 1 there. My bad. Okay, so the spider goes on a goes on a 23. Jesus Christ.
It was ready.
All right, what's the spider's name?
Webby.
Webby. All right, Webby the spider goes on a 23.
Why people don't let me name things?
It works. It works.
Perfect.
All right. So Webby goes first and drops down on the most unsuspecting person, which would be the person that failed perception and has a low initiative. I'm sorry, Ants.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Webby attacks you for let's see, does a 12 hit?
No.
All right. So the spider lunges out at you with its mandibles going and does not hit you. So that was exciting. That was a good day for the spider. Next would be Drusilia.
Okay, I'm going to use my blade song and then hit it stab it with my longsword.
All right. Stabbity, stabbity.
That did not go as well as it was earlier.
Okay. Does your blade song add anything to your attack?
AC, Constitution, no.
No. Okay. It was worth a shot. All right. You stab with the long sword, but Webby skitters out of the way in that really unnerving way that spiders do. All right. It is now Sapphire's turn.
Okay. Is Webby in melee type range?
Yes, Webby is in melee range.
Okay. So Sapphire is going to do her patented quarterstaff attack.
All righty.
Okay, not great.
Nope, that does not
Okay.
work.
And follow up with the unarmed strike.
That
Ooh.
also does not work.
Not great. Okay, and then Sapphire's going to stay right there in case the spider wants to eat anybody.
All right. How noble. All right. So next up is Noodle.
Okay. Okay. Noodle is going to zoom around to the butt of the spider.
Oh, all right.
And so the spider is within 5 feet of Sapphire, right?
Yes.
Haha, I can use sneak attack. So once per turn can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature I hit with an attack if the target's within 5 feet of it. So Noodle is going to stab with the short sword at the butt of the spider,
Okay.
assuming, let's see.
Yeah.
Yes.
That works.
Okay.
That
stab at the
definitely
butt.
works.
Stab at the butt
Stab at the butt.
with the, wait, that wasn't what?
So 6, and then you get an additional
then-
D6.
1d6, yes. 1d6 and go. 4.
All right. So 10. Beautiful.
And then Noodle is going to disengage.
Okay. All right. Moving along to Zev.
And just laugh. You couldn't even hit somebody who didn't see it coming. And vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. Beautiful. All right. DC 13 wisdom save. LOL. Let's see if it makes it. It does not. It takes 3 psychic damage.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
All right. Excellent. So moving along to Onst.
Arnst is kind of exhausted and has had enough of this shit, which means I'm going to miss yet again when I try and whack with a timeout. And just looking at the spider, which has just tried to, that in my face and just go, could you just not?
Yes!
Hey!
I hit something!
For 9 damage. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. Beautiful. It is now, unfortunately, the top of the initiative, and Webby is going to try and take a bite out of the closest person, who happens to be the person who deliberately put themselves into the path of danger, Sapphire. So let's see.
The spider does currently have disadvantage, right?
Right. So that's the first one.
Just out of curiosity, I've no idea if it's the thing. If I was to use my reaction to, use my fighting style protection, would that be another disadvantage, or is that just being silly?
I don't think you can stack disadvantages. I'm sorry.
Oh,
As
that's fine.
cool as that would be. But no, it does miss because it has disadvantage. And yeah, it is now Drusilia's turn. This is a very injured looking spider, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm already used blade song, so I'm just gonna keep going at it with my sword.
Okay. That hits. Roll some beautiful damage. All right.
Yeah.
How do you kill Webby?
Oh, let's see. I'm blade singing. I'm I'm going to like run up, slide underneath it, and just drag my sword across its
Oh,
okay.
evisceration. Yes. All right. Always a classic. All right. That is perfect. All right. We are out of initiative order. So as you guys proceed now across through the chasm and which follows the path along the river, you do notice that several gold coins are randomly kind of scattered along the rocks.
Hey.
So you do get let's see. About a dozen gold coins. All right, so now you are next to the river, which we are calling the Chasm River because we are very descriptive. So like it goes down and then there's a pool. In the pool is kind of the desiccated husks of several rats and also a couple goblins, hobgoblins. And the river continues and then runs kind of under a crack in the wall. And you guys will branch away from the river and back down the tunnel. All right. So the first thing that you see as you go into the shrine, because you do find actually the shrine, is you find information about the god that this is a shrine to. This is the shrine to Farhaven. And the runes on the walls of the caves that you've previously seen are about as tall as a finger or sometimes a hand. The runes in this room are easily as tall as a human, and they are clear and as easily readable today as when they were first carved. A circle in the center boasts rows upon rows of tiny sigils. At the center of the 10-pointed star in the circle is a tiny heart pierced by 2 daggers. At the far wall sit the time-ravaged remnants of a small shrine. So that heart with the 2 daggers is, if anybody wants to roll a religion check to find out who that god is. I already said it, but find out in character.
Nothing.
Well, Sapphire got it.
Strangely apt, the paladin can't make a religion roll.
It's just a paladin of a different religion. So yes, this is the god Farhaven, and let's see, where's the information about Farhaven? The cult of Farhaven, based on your 21 religion check, was so hated that they didn't even want to set up a shrine in a town. So they set up the shrine in the river, in the chasm river cave system that you guys have been working in. Farhaven is a god of assassination, murder, and theft. So their priest created a ritual to empower his assassin followers until the ritual was performed incorrectly and they were turned into Draugr. So that's what the exposition runes say. And let's see. there are several kind of seemingly inert bodies here. But as you step into the room flashes green, and you find that they have reanimated. Their eyes light up with that same green that you have seen through the throughout the cave anytime that the necromantic runes lit up. And 4 of them. Yes, 4 of them are awaken and start moving towards the party. They have no weapons that you can see, but they do appear to be very strong for undead. So I guess we roll initiative again. Hooray!
Yeah, that sounds.
It sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Has it been more than a minute?
No, it has not.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Noodle 6 says 3. Hans. 3.
I have -1, and everyone else got below 10.
Yes, the good Lord roll 20 giveth, and the good Lord roll 20 taketh away. All right, so let's see. Draugr are going to. They're going to be in 2 waves. There's 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So I'm just going to roll for the 2 of them that are in the front right now.
Okay.
They don't do much better. So this one is Drew. And he is going on a 6. And then the next one is his buddy Dave. Who's going on a 5. All right, cool. So guess who gets to lead this party off? It's Honest.
Yay! Okay, you said these things look relatively strong, and what? It seems like a really arbitrary question. Like, what kind of undead do they look like? Is it more zombie? Is it more skeleton? Is it?
So they look kind of like if you've seen unwrapped mummies.
Mm-hmm.
So like desiccated skin stuck to the bones, and like you can still see the muscle and the sinew. So they are intact skeletons with skin, and some of them have like clumps of hair still in, and they do have teeth. They have they don't have noses. Obviously, the nose has deteriorated, but they basically look just fairly nasty.
Just icky. Got
Yeah, just quite icky.
I wish I could be more creative right now, but I'm not really thinking of much. Ooh, the altar-y thing. How far away is that from where we are?
So basically, it's y'all in the mouth of the chamber. Draugr about 5 feet away. Draugr about 10 feet away. Shrine about 15 feet away.
Okay. I would like to grab hold of my stalactite tip and throw it at the altar.
All right, go for it. That would be an athletic? No, strength. Let's do strength.
Okay, just strength.
And let's see. For a 15-foot throw, I would say that would do like a D4 plus 2 damage.
Okay.
Beautiful. You hit that shrine real good. It like there's the remains of a table, and you hit it straight in the table, and the table goes and kind of collapses inward on itself with a puff of dust. So you have thoroughly redesecrated that shrine.
And with that, Armstrong, despite looking really quite exhausted, one hand in the air, go, take that, yeah, dead wanker.
All right, great. We'll go with Noodle next.
Okay, so the altar's destroyed?
The altar is destroyed.
Okay. In that case, okay, and there's 4 of them?
There are 4 of them, yes.
Okay. How close are they to us?
There are 2 about 5 feet away and 2 about 10 feet away.
Okay, 5 feet away from who?
5 feet away from the head of the party, which I am assuming right now is Onst.
Okay, so I can use sneak attack?
Yeah, you can totally use sneak attack. Their eyes have mostly degraded, it's fine.
Yeah, enemy has to be within, enemy of the target within 5 feet.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Noodle is going to dart to the side of I keep wanting to call it a mummy. I know it is not, but you described it as looking like one.
Yeah, it's a Draugr.
Yeah, I know. It's a Draugr. Okay, gonna dart to the side of the Draugr. And going to take the short sword and stab into the ribcage, and then disengage.
Okay, great. Roll some dice. Let's see. Yes, that hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. We got the piercing, and we got the sneak attack.
Okay. All right, excellent. You take a solid chunk, literally, out of the Draugr as like your sword rips into the dry, papery skin and pulls out what might have been an organ. All right. It is now, unfortunately, Draugr Drew's turn, who I am going to decide is the one that just had his liver removed. And he is going to go after, let's see, you disengaged, but you're closest. So I'm going to go after Noodle. So let's see. It's basically just going to run up into you and body slam you.
Is Noodle within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
I would like to protect them.
Okay.
So
remind me what that does.
Just means the Draugr gets disadvantage.
Draugr gets disadvantage. Okay, great. Here's the first roll. Here's the second roll.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. The disadvantage roll does not hit.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, excellent.
Thank you, Hans.
All right, it is now Drusilia's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna You know what? I'm gonna do something cool since Blade Song's still going. I'm just gonna run over and like Power Rangers flip over and behind the one that still has its liver.
The one that still has his liver, Dave. Dave still has his liver.
Okay. I do with Blade Song. I do have advantage to acrobatics, and I rolled 2 8s.
All right. I will say that you do manage to get the flips started correctly. But you didn't quite gauge the distance between yourself and Dave correctly. So instead of like flipping and landing and being able to attack that way, you actually just kind of flip and then your feet hit Draugr Dave.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you can roll me. Let's see. You're an elf, so let's see. Let's do D4 plus 1 damage for kicking Draugr Dave in the head with your feet. I would have you roll more, but you didn't intend it, so you don't have a lot of force behind your kick.
That's fair. That's fair. But I'm totally pretending that I did that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I mean, there you go. That's something. Okay, so now it is Draugr Dave's turn, and he just got kicked in the head by a really inconsiderate person, and he's not happy about it. I don't know why all the Draugr are male, probably because in my world, most men are part of evil death cults.
Named every enemy like a male name except potentially Webby.
I mean, let's face it, the biggest spiders are female. So
okay, so Webby was definitely female, but everyone else has been an asshole and therefore male. No offense to anyone in the party. You're actually pretty cool. Okay.
We are just very angry at the news.
Yes, we are just very angry at the American news cycle right now. And if I had been thinking, I would have named one of the Draugr Donald.
There's still 2 more.
There are still 2 more. And if you think there are only 4 Draugr in this cave, then boy howdy, I have some beachfront property in Iowa to sell you. Okay. Anyway, let's see. It is Draugr Dave's turn. He is upset that he just got kicked in the head, so he is going to try and slam you and fail. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't want to hit anybody. It is now Sapphire and Zev. Who has the higher dex?
I've got a +2.
Zev? Oh, sorry.
+1.
+1. Okay.
It's okay.
So we'll have Sapphire go first. Thank you. Sapphire, you're up.
Okay, and we have all of the Draugr are still up.
All the Draugr are still up. Both of the ones in the front flank, like in the front tier, have been hit. Draugr Drew slightly more, and Draugr Dave slightly less.
Well, Draugr Drew doesn't have a liver, so that's going to be my target.
Okay, yes.
So the classic Sapphire staff, then unarmed punch. Here we go. Well,
Okay.
we do the unarmed punch. Ooh.
That was so close. But actually, no, wait. The 12 hits. I forgot this has a different armor. Yeah, this hits.
That's
You
right.
punch the Draugr in the liver? Or the lack of liver?
Apparently, that's why it hurts so much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right
So
into the
Draugr
hole.
Drew is down to less than half. Good job. All right, and now Zev.
Zev is going to start handing out some bardic inspiration.
Beautiful. All right.
he's going to give one to Sapphire because they seem to be doing a good bit of damage.
Okay. Excellent. And that does a thing of text. Okay, so you get a bonus d6.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent. And back up to the top of the initiative order. Unst!
Okay, so Drew is missing its liver, and
just got
also
punched in the hole where the liver was.
yeah, and has Sapphire's fist firmly inserted inside of him. So Ernst is gonna take a swing at Dave, because I don't like Dave. Tried to hit my friend after she so skillfully flipped and kicked him in the face. So swinging her time out. Maybe I'll hit something again. Maybe.
That hits!
Yeah, just swing, aiming straight for the head, and be like, "Don't you be daring to try and hit my friend, you fuck." And minimum damage.
Oh.
Ernst is very tired.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to Noodle.
Okay, Draugr Drew is still up.
Yes, Draugr Drew is still up, and Draugr Dave is still up.
Okay, let's see if we can't take out Draugr Drew.
Draugr Drew! Okay.
Sounds like a band. Okay.
They do, but death metal.
Yeah. So people are still within 5 feet of.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So gonna try to zoom in behind Draugr Drew. Try to poke somewhere in the abdomen, somewhere vital.
Where the liver isn't?
Where the liver isn't, just kind of going around there and like stirring goop. I don't know. And then, assuming that goes well, going to try to disengage and run back to Unst's side. Let's see if that goes.
All right. Roll. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 6 piercing and 4 sneak attack. So 10.
Draugr Drew is down!
Yeah.
How do you kill him?
Okay, so Noodle goes in there, sticks the sword in, and goes through where the liver should have been, upward angle, through the head, kind of pops off Mortal Kombat style. And as Noodle runs back to Onst, just kind of, trying to shake the
head.
Yeah, the remnants off the sword.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, excellent. It is now not Draugr Drew's turn. It's now Drusilia's turn.
You know what? I think it's time to try some Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Okay. What is the saving throw on Ray of Frost? Do you know? Or there isn't one?
I think it's counts as an
melee.
attack roll.
Yeah. That hits. 8 cold damage? Jesus. All right, cool. Draugr Dave is still up, but he's now got like snow in his eyebrows and he's really upset about it.
Yeah, I believe his speed is also docked for that.
Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. It is now Draugr Dave's turn. He very slowly and gingerly, through the icicles forming on his like desiccated muscles, reaches out and tries to slam. Are you within melee range, Drusilla?
Yes, I would be.
Okay, then yeah, tries to slam you, and that is a.
I would like to protect Drusilla.
Okay. Okay, well that one didn't hit. That one also didn't hit.
Didn't hit even more.
Yes. So tries to lean forward to slam you, but like sort of freezes a little bit as he does. So he doesn't actually slam you. No slamming. All right. It is now Sapphire's turn.
Okay, I'm sticking with my quarterstaff and punch towards Draugr. This is Dave.
This is Dave, yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to roll for the quarterstaff and see if I need that bardic inspiration. Oh, not yet.
Beautiful. Roll damage. Okay. And do you want to punch?
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh,
Still
geez.
not needed that. Awesome.
All right. Draugr Dave is still standing, but not by much. He's frozen. Like one of his arms is like hanging out of its socket. It's not a good day to be a Draugr. So let me go ahead and roll initiative really quickly for the other two. Okay. Okay, and 13, okay. All right. So Draugrs Tim and Eric are now within melee.
All right.
Tim used to be an enchanter, in case you were wondering. All right. So let's see. It is now Zev's turn. And I must say, Zev, you're looking very ominous right now, lit by the screen.
So Zev is going to, he's now got his bagpipes out because he has bardic inspiration to give out.
Oh my God, he's got bagpipes.
Yes, he's got bagpipes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that, and I'm so happy.
So yeah.
Because like I'm assuming there's just like a Dropkick Murphys soundtrack to this fight now.
Yes, that is exactly what's happening. And he is going to give a bardic inspiration die to Drusilla.
Hooray! Bardic inspiration for everyone. All right, Ernst, it is your turn.
How badly beat up does Dave look? You said
pretty bad.
Okay. What Arms will do, seeing him looking pretty bad, is Arms thinks that Dave doesn't even deserve a timeout. She's just gonna rear her head back, listen to the strong, beautiful bagpiping, and feel some heritage coming in as she plants a beautiful Glasgow kiss on this fellow. And for those Americans who don't know what that means she headbutts him right in the mouth.
Beautiful. All right. Roll headbutt. I don't know. I feel like that'd be strength.
Yeah. Do you want strength, or would it be melee attacks? I could add my proficiency as well.
Yeah, you could add your proficiency. Why the hell not? Your proficiency sounds like bagpipes.
20 plus 5 for headbutts.
Yes. All right. Roll some beautiful damage, which would be, I would say, because you're an orc or half orc and you've got like tusks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say D6 plus 2.
Ooh.
Yes, max damage. All right, Draugr Dave is out of this fight. All right, so now Draugr Tim and Draugr Eric. Tim is going to be on your left. Eric's going to be on your right. And it is Draugr Eric's turn. And he is going to rush forward to the person who just murderated one of his fellow cult buddies. And is going to try and slam Onst. So. Does a 22 hit?
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right. Let's see. And that is 3 damage.
Still standing.
I'm so glad. All right, so that was Draugr Eric. And it is now Draugr Tim's turn. Draugr Tim is going to go after Sapphire and close to melee range. Does a 20 hit?
Oh yeah.
Apologies.
I've not used my protection this round.
Would you like to use your protection?
Yes.
All right.
The only person getting hit is me. Fingers crossed.
Okay, yeah. Does not hit.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right, so Draugr Tim and Draugr Eric have gone. It is now Noodle's turn. Noodle!
Okay. Well, this guy hit Onst. This is not allowed. Zoom over to the side of this stupid Draugr. Short sword, slash at it, and disengage, and zoom over to its other side. Or to Onst's other side, I guess.
Okay. And I'm sorry, were you going after Tim or Eric?
Oh, Tim, I guess. Which one attacked Onst? Eric. I'm attacking Eric.
This brings me so much joy for personal reasons.
Do you hate Tim and Eric too?
I don't know who Tim is, but I do hate an Eric. Yes.
Okay. I just really don't like the Adult Swim show. Tim and Eric.
Oh, I didn't really know. I didn't know that was a thing. Was it Eric with a C or Eric with a K? It's important.
It's Eric with a C.
Okay, this is Eric with a K.
Okay.
There's no reason to dislike him.
Yeah. So, 15 hits. I'm sorry. I should have told you that before I went on.
And since he attacked Onst, he's within 5 feet.
Yep.
Okay. So 4 piercing and 10. Okay.
Okay. So 6 damage. Dang. All right.
It's 10 total.
Oh, 10 total.
Yeah.
Sorry.
4 piercing, 6 sneak attack.
6 sneak attack. Woo! All right. So when you do that. Oh, no, never mind. You can only do that.
Oh, no. I just realized.
What?
I've been rolling wrong. It's 1d4 plus strength modifier.
What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is 0.
Okay, well, just remember for the next time.
Okay. I'm fixing that right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
yes,
sorry.
Draugr Eric is down to half.
Sorry.
All right. Drusilia.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna cast True Strike on Tim.
On Tim. All right. True Strike. On Tim. All right. Perfect. And that is going to kick in next round, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Sapphire.
Okay, Sapphire's going up to Eric and going to do a 1-2, starting with the quarterstaff. Okay, I don't think there's a reason to throw a Bardic Inspiration on that.
Probably not.
I'm going to go for the unarmed strike.
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
That's something at least.
All right.
Okay, and I'm going to stay right there.
All right. It is now Zeb's turn.
So Zeb is going to just kind of, while playing his bagpipes, prance over to Onst and throw a what is it called? Cure Wounds.
Oh, that's really kind of you.
Aw.
I was just gonna let myself get beaten down and then heal myself. But keep doing it. Ons will take all the hits.
All right. So add back 4 points.
Done.
All righty. It is back to the top of the initiative order with Onst.
It's Eric who's in front of me, right?
It is Eric.
Eric's a dick.
Eric is a dick.
Such a dick.
Oh, I just need to check something. Because I have an idea, but if I do it, I might not be able to keep... Okay, no. I'm not going to do that until one of these is dead. Because I was going to drop my shield and wield the Warhammer to deal with... But if I do that, I can't protect people. So.
Oh, gotcha.
So, no. When there's just one left, then I'll go full ham. Until then, just raise up timeout and try and ram it into his chest. Be like, look, Eric, you just need to lay down.
That hits.
Yes. There we go. Good
And
job.
Draugr Eric is down. How do you dispatch Draugr Eric?
I like to imagine I had the Arnst had the Warhammer, but instead of like actually swinging it, kind of just more punched with it.
Okay.
Straight through the chest.
All right. Yes. With a sickening crack, you punch your way through Eric's spine, and he collapses on the floor, dead again. Okay. So that was Draugr Eric. It is now Draugr Tim's turn. Draugr Tim is going to basically rear his head back and scream.
Oh.
You get the sense that this, if the adventure had been longer, would summon more Draugr. But as is, it just gives him advantage on attack rolls.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I guess if protection and advantage go against each other, he just rolls a straight d20. So
Yeah.
All right.
I can do protection once per round, so woo woo.
All right. So it is now Noodle's turn.
Noodle. Okay. So who is Is Eric like
Eric
by
is
himself?
gone. Eric has
Oh, it's Tim.
Tim is up.
Tim is up.
Tim has not been hit.
Tim has not been hit. Is he close by anyone, or is he off by himself? Or
He's slightly to the left of the rest of the party, but other than that, he's close enough.
okay, so is he close enough for me to use the sneak attack or no?
We're gonna say yes.
Okay, excellent. So in that case, zoomy attack.
Zoomies!
Zoomy attack. And going to be zooming. So he's off to the left of the party. Gonna be zooming around and gonna try to make like a full arc behind Tim. And after I slash, I'm gonna try to disengage and come around back to the rest of the party.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's see if that works. Oh,
do you have an inspiration die?
I don't think I do.
Okay. Sorry. You missed it by 1.
Ah!
You know what? It's the last round of combat. We are almost out of time. We're going to say you hit that motherfucker. Let's go.
Okay. So
8.
And the correct sneak attack roll.
Okay. So the 5 plus 3 wasn't the sneak attack. It was
The
just
5 plus 3 was because it's piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
I guess, does he take extra piercing or what?
We'll pretend he does because he's got papery, dried out skin.
Okay. And I don't know. I clicked the short sword damage and it said plus piercing.
Oh, the plus 3 might be because the one side rolled a crit.
Oh,
okay. So I will put those 3 back. Thank you for catching that. All right, cool.
Okay.
Sapphire. Sorry. Did you want to say anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay, sorry. Sapphire.
Okay, Sapphire is going to work on Draugr Eric here, starting with the quarterstaff attack.
Okay.
I clicked it. Let's see if it goes. No. Okay. I am going to add my Bardic Inspiration there.
Okay.
That's a D6. Maybe I broke it. I'm not having great luck with the roll 20 here. It's everything's too precious. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Yeah, that is an attack. Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend. Yeah, I'm actually going to spend 1 key and do a flurry of blows so that I can do 2 unarmed strikes now.
Okay, great.
So here's 1.
Yep.
And here's 2.
Yes.
Okay. So round total damage is 10.
All right, good. That was an excellent round. It is now Onsta's turn.
Do we skip Zev?
Oh, we skipped Zev. I'm so sorry. Zev!
So we've only got the one thing, right?
Yep. Tim.
So Zev is going to move such that the only thing within 15 feet of him is Tim.
Okay.
And then
So that's got you backed up against the cavern wall.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's going to throw his arms out and cast Thunder Wave.
Yes. All right. Do the thing.
Where did my window go?
All right.
Wow.
With a DC 13 Constitution save. All right. Fuck it. We're saying it hits. because that would have perfectly dropped him down to 0, and I believe in like the beauty of numbers. So we're gonna go with that. Draugr Tim is hit by this wave of thunder. Do you want to describe what happens, Zev?
So Zev backs up against the wall. He kind of tucks his bagpipes away, throws his arm out, and then in just this cube around him, like the sonic boom just erupts and smashes into Tim. Probably knocks into the cave wall some too, but rocks have AC when they need to.
Yes.
And just kind of like pushes Tim back and kills him with the power of sound.
Okay. Yeah, basically I'm thinking that like he vibrates so much that he just kind of vibrates apart because there's not a lot holding his bones together. I'm also going to say that what Thunderstrike also did is, or Thunder Wave, I'm sorry, is it does further obliterate the shrine, including the rune underneath it that was keeping all of the Draugr active.
Nice.
So with one final pulse of brilliant green light, the runes in the cave go dark, and you have defeated the Draugr. Congratulations.
Yay. Go us.
Which is perfect because this is actually time for us to go. So thank you all so much for playing with me. This was so much fun. I am so glad we could get together for such a great cause and have some fun and kill only one spider instead of many spiders. And yeah, no, this was great. I loved gaming with you all. Once again, I am Science Weasels. You can find me on Twitter at Science Weasels or GMing on Sundays, Misspent Youth, if I can get my computer working. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to kick it back over to Throck, if Throck is here.
Yeah, hey, I am here.
Okay.
Let's do a quick shout out for all of our players. I'll just go around clockwise, starting with Hans. Say
Hey,
hi.
thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. Nori, thanks for running the game. Much appreciated.
Woo! And Nerdy Teddy.
Hey, yeah, I'm doing Teddy. Yeah, thanks for running the game. This was great. Thanks for everybody who showed up and watched and has been donating and active in the chat. This is great. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Michi.
Hi, I'm Michi at Michisaurus on Twitter, and this was a lot of fun.
Hi. Sithwitch.
Thank you, everybody in the chat who's been donating and who's just been hanging out. Yes, I'm Sithwitch on Twitter. You can find me all sorts of places, including on Sundays playing Misspent Youth with Nori. See you then.
And last but certainly not least, the Bardic Knock.
Hey, big thank you to Nori for getting all of this together. I know they've been very stressed out this entire week, so well done, because this has been so much fun. It's the first time I've actually been a player in a very long time. You can find me basically everywhere, so Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube as the Bardic Knock. And yeah, so happy to be a part of all of this. And Throck, well done for keeping all of this going.
Yeah,
You deserve a big pat on the back.
super big round.
One
of
more
applause.
game to go. Yay. We'll get there. It'll happen. All right, so 2 last notes before we say goodbye and get ready for our final game. Note number 1 is we have our final giveaways of this game, and there are 2 of them. The first one is for a So Nerdware t-shirt. Maddie, also known as Maddie Plays, he does a bunch of role-playing over with Soulbear, and then has started a new t-shirt line called So Nerdware, and is giving away a t-shirt during every show. And so that is going to be our first winner. Our second winner is going to get a $25 gift certificate to sponsor extraordinaire Devin Rue and her shop, Rue Inc. So if you hit !moist, I thought it was appropriate for the end of this one, you too can be entered to win one of those 2 prizes. And Hans, thank you for the $10 donation. That's amazing, sir. And last but not least, before we leave, The reason we're here is to raise money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is an amazing trans-led organization that provides microgrants to folks going through transition. It allows them to do things like change their driver's license and their medical records and all of that intensely frustrating paperwork they have to go through in order to become who they truly are. And on top of that, they have a peer-staffed crisis line. So not only does Trans Lifeline help with the transition itself, but also with the mental health issues that can be involved in that process. And so we wanted to dedicate our first charity stream to a charity that, one, we knew where the money was going, and here we can easily point to say it's going to the microgrants and the crisis line, and two, that was close to our community's heart. We're a community based on inclusion, education, and equity, and that means that in order for us to really embrace that, we have to put our money, and hopefully your money, where our mouth is, and donate to causes that increase things like trans visibility. And that's why we're here today and have raised $2,260 so far, with one game left to go for Trans Lifeline. And so if you have a moment, if you have $5, if you have $1, please donate and help us. I would love to see us at $3,000 by the end of the last game. All right, guys, we're going to switch over, and the giveaway ends in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. If you want a So Nerdwear t-shirt or a $25 gift certificate to Devin Rue, press !moist in chat, and you will be entered to win one of those two things. And we'll be back in a moment. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.